Hi, Barbies. Hi, Kens. Hi, cuties. How we all doing? How we all doing? Let me just, okay, hold on. I remember this. Hold on. Oh, hello. Okay, music. Okay, don't die. Sode. No, not allowed. Not allowed. You are not allowed to perish. Absolutely not, King. How y'all doing? We got GoDaddy resubscribed for 13 months. They've been subscribed for 14 months total. GoDaddy! Appreciate you, King. Your internet disconnected as soon as I typed in chat. Don't blame me. What the guys? You is everyone okay? Like, do we need to restart? No, Jazzy! No. Wait, your toes all blood. Oh no, fucking toe shit. Ugh. Oh no. Is there a doctor in the house? Is there a doctor on this plane? I repeat. Is anyone a doctor here? Albie's fine. Hey, love that for you, King. Albie's all right. Guys, it's okay. Albie's okay. Okay, let me say hi. We got GoDaddy. We got Albie. We got Sode. We got Jazzy. We got Soshun. We got, oh, I feel like I missed somebody. I feel so bad. Baloney. I saw Baloney. I saw you, Baloney. I saw you, you little cutie. Y'all are looking particularly cute today. I missed you guys so much. I missed you guys so much. It's been so nice hanging out with y'all in like Burns chat and stuff, but I miss being live. I did. So this is such a nice treat, being able to go live and hang with my cuties. You know what I'm saying? Um, okay. We're live. Okay, okay. We did it. Okay, sleigh check. Ready? Sleigh check. I like these ones a lot. They like start nude colored and then they go into pink. Ooh, she's slaying. Ooh, she's slaying. So they stop typing in the chat. Go take care of your toe. What are you doing, King? Dr. Badcock? Huh? So there's multitasking? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? You know? How am I? It's a loaded question, Goat Daddy. It's a loaded question. I'm alive. Huh? Yes. Yes. We love that. Okay. We love that. I'm alive. Hey. Hey. Your girl's really out here. Your girl's really out here. Survive until I'm thriving. That's right. No, I've been dealing with all the bullshit. I won't regale you all with the bullshit. You know, just phone calls and dealing with lawyers and Medi-Cal and you know, all I wanted to do was get back to this. That's all I want. That's all I wanted to do. I'm fighting for you guys. It's easier for me to fight for somebody else than it is for myself. Is that weird? Anyone else get that? Feel that? You know? Albie says on Sunday I was in this bar that had open mic night, and then two dudes came in and started jamming just at the bar. We're just vibing for like 20 minutes. Oh, hell yeah. I love when that happens. I love when you're out and about and people just be vibing and y'all just be vibing. Man, I miss that. Albie, take me out with you sometime. I need to I need to make the journey to the Germany, you know? Hang out with my German kings. Yes. Yes, yes. But GoDaddy, you asked me how I was. How are you? How is university? How are you hanging in there? You get, you know what you get, GoDaddy. You resubscribed. You resubscribed. You know what that means. You know what that means, GoDaddy. You're exhausted? Oh, cutie. You want to study something else? Man, I feel like that happens a lot in universities and colleges. You know, you get there and then you're like, wait, is this what I want? Is this what I want? Don't know. Unsure. But hey, proud of you for giving it a shot. Clappies. Clappies. All right, GoDaddy, I know you're tired. Do you have the energy to type 1 in the chat and spin this motherfucking wheel? You get to spin the wheel. 1! Okay. Here it goes. First spin of the day here. We got, oh! Chat fights. Oh! Okay. The wheel said. And so it's true. You're going to like a Ren Fair, a medieval fair. Oh my God, that's so cool. Wait. I'm gonna need a fit pick. I am gonna need a fit pick on that. I love Ren Fairs. Oh my God, I used to go all the time. Miss that shit. Ren Fairs are a vibe. And I can't even imagine how much cooler and more authentic they must be, like actually in Europe. You know? That's so cool. You got to make sure to wear your Viking ring. Okay, hold on. You guys ready? All right, exclamation point, what? Join, exclamation point, join. Thanks to the generosity of GoDaddy's resubscription and the wheel spin, we will be playing the chat fights. Hold on. Let me get the song. I got this. Okay, here we go. Yes. All right, who's ready? Wake up. Wake the fuck up, samurais. Okay, exclamation point, join. Also, guys, the channel made it to 140 followers. And guess who was my 140th follower? None other than our new burn queen, Sarah Feliciano. Yes. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah. We gotta keep our burn queens close. You know what I mean? Let's fucking go, Sarah. I don't know if she'll ever hear this, but hey, my 140th follower, shouts out to Sarah. One of my best friends in the whole world in real life is named Sarah. I call her Sarah. Sarah. Love it. 140 followers. Man, it's been a journey. I know, she's hilarious. We stan our burn queens. Okay? We stan our burn queens. We love a proper unhinged moment. Okay? Yes. Hell yes. A relatable queen. Okay? A relatable queen. Syrup. Syrup. It does kind of sound like syrup, huh? Okay. Ready? Are you ready? Here we go. I want a good, clean, dirty fight here. Oh, I get a private fit pick. Let's play. Haha. I get the private Ren Fair fit pick. That's right. That's right. I'm sorry your browser crashed. So why is everyone's internet and browsers crashing? Stop it. Stop crashing. Browsers just like me for real. Okay, ready? Get it. Oh shit. I forgot how to. Oh! Soshan and me fighting it out. Oh shit. Sode biding his time. We got Jazzy and GoDaddy over here. And Albaloni and Albie War. The owls. The battle of the owls. Oh no. Oh, Soshan took down that quick. Oh no. I'm down. Okay, now it's Soshan and Sode. The battle of the Sos. The battle of the Sos. Get up, Jazzy. Oh no. Sode and Albie. Oh. Oh, fuck him up. Oh, fuck him up. Oh no. Oh no. It's Sode. Oh. So Jover. It was so Jover. Sode took it home. Sode killed 3 people. And he will kill again. No, it's true. Let's fucking go, Sode. That's our king right there. We love to see it. Although Soshan did the most damage. Not by a lot, but there you go. Soshan actually did the most damage. And Sode did it all while bleeding out and dying, okay? That's right. Not to be dramatic or anything, but he's a bit of a multitasker. So they be in the hospital bed playing marbles, you know? So they's on that type shit. No, it's true. No, it's true. There it is. There it is. The eye of the tiger. Get good. Oh, Soda being a little toxic here. Oh, Soda. Soda. You being a little toxic, Soda. Being just a little bit toxic. We allow it. Tiger eye type shit. Sorry, I was hacked. Yeah, that was Soda's toe typing. Bye. Okay, don't start the type shit. Okay, that's for Burn. You save that for Burn. You give Burn the type shit. All right. Keep your you know. Okay, I started it, didn't I? Damn it. I started it, didn't I? Frick. It's just so fun to say type shit. Yeah, we're getting cross contamination. Also, guys, can I just say like, how come every time I send you over to Dad, aka Burn, how come every time I see y'all in Dad's chat, y'all are acting a little like typing cum and just you know, I'm a little degenerate because I feel like here you're also good. You're also, you know, we do a little degeneracy. Yeah, what's that about? As soon as you're at Dad's house, it's cum type shit. And no, I don't want more cum. Who am I kidding? I'm right there with you typing cum too. Hey, Dad lets us have fun. Okay, 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 Sode. You are so cute. Oh, oh. Sode has, okay, Soshun has the right answer. Soshun has the right answer there. Yep, we'll allow that. We'll allow that. Thank you, Soshun. No, you. No, you. You're sorry. You're Soda, your typing always gets me. We have a fun with you too. I'm at Saru Mother. That's okay. Hey, I'm right there with you. I do like typing a good Common Burns chat. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Okay. No, it's true. What's the eggplant? Mother, forgive me for I have come. Bless. Bless. Bless up. Oh my God. Okay. So I don't know if you guys noticed. I don't know how it's looking. So through the absolute generosity and wonderfulness of others, I have been gifted slash procured a new camera. Okay. And I feel like it does look a little different. I don't know. It looks okay. It's definitely wider. I'm gonna have to like maybe zoom it in a little bit. But I feel like what are we thinking? Do we like it? I like it. It's definitely better than the oh God, the other one I had was pretty out there. So blessed. You know what are friends for? I'm so lucky. I've been gifted so much for this stream. Like my friend gave me this chair, and we got the new camera. Like, bless, bless. Okay, I'm very, very freaking lucky. I know that. Absolute bless up moment. Oh my goodness. Well, there you go. You got to fight. We got to spin the wheel. Should we do marbles? Are you guys marbled out? I feel like also, can we talk about it? I feel like every time like I feel like someone from that also is in this community always either wins or is in like top 10 of Burns marbles races. No thoughts? I feel like we're getting a little cracked at marbles. I feel like we're getting a little cracked at marbles. I know I'm kind of marbled out too, Albie, not gonna lie. We'll do one. We'll do one marbles. But when I say we're only doing one, I actually mean it. Okay, we're literally one marbles game because just one hit. No, it's not like that. This is not okay. This is not no. Don't unless. What's this? What's this? Earn more with our Rev Share program. 250 Twitch followers, 500 YouTube subs, 500 TikTok followers. What? Well, go away. I just want to play. What's all this new stuff? What's all this new stuff? I just want to. What is bloop? Does anyone know what bloop is? What's bloop? What? How do? No. No, I don't like that. No, I don't like that. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I got scared. I got scared. I got scared. I backed out. I backed out. We'll do my favorite little pink track here. Hey yo, spirits up. Why is that the Kool-Aid man? What the hell? Sunshine. What is that emote? Ain't no way. Ain't no way that emote. I can't. I can't see those. Baloney really wants that. He really wants. Okay, exclamation point. Play for this one. Exclamation point play. How do I let me see. I got it. I got it. I got it. Check it. Check it. Check it out. Okay. It's loading. Exclamation point play while I look at this. What is this? Not loading for me. Okay, no, not add. No, put it. Okay, no, put it in. Okay, no, put it. Put it in Discord. Exclamation point slay. Exclamation point women in STEM. Exclamation point women in STEM. You know? Exclamation point. Okay, let's do a countdown. I'm gonna get a sip of my drink. Everybody just sit there and look cute for a second, okay? Can you do that? Just sit there, look cute. I know you can. Oh my God. Oh, go daddy, got it. Oh, go daddy. Bless. Bless, bless, bless. We stand. Little hit of the weed out, started out. It's already in Discord. Oh. Well, I don't know. I don't work here, man. Hey, I just push the button. Okay, don't, I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know what goes on around here. All right. We're all trying our bestest. Sometimes. Usually. Usually, sometimes trying our bestest. What's the pregnant capo? All right. Yeah, you guys have been watching too much Burn. You all have been watching too much Burn. I know it. I can feel it. I can feel it. It's showing. It's showing. Same, honestly. That 24-hour stream was awesome, not gonna lie. It really made me throw back to like the good old days, you know? You know? All right, come on, Jazzy. Come on, Jazzy. Why are you so far back there? Get up there. My queen. Yeah, he did a 24-hour stream. He spent like 20 hours of that playing the second Last of Us game. And then he did a little, my favorite part of the stream was Rick Grimes. You're too busy being in love? Oh my God. Wait, Sode in lure? Ooh, I feel like we missed some Sode lore. Rick Grimes with the camera is absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. Hey, hey, gay and in love. You love to see it. You love to see it. Yeah, Rick Grimes with the camera. Oh my God, fucking cracked me up. I honestly I needed a good laugh. And so that was a great time. A great time for that. We Go daddy hit him with we know him. Oh no. Sode! Love you, King. Okay. Sode, speaking of Sode, get up here, Sode. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm way back there. Oh, here goes Jazzy. Here go Jazzy. Oh, that's my girl. Oh, that's my girl right there. Don't let Albie pass you, Jazzy. Go. Go, my queen. I believe. Oh, Jazzy stops for no man. That's right. Yeah, you love furries. Yeah, you do. Get in that hole. Oh, Jazzy is not fucking around. Oh my God. Jazzy said, I've been practicing. Jazzy's busting out her muscles. Holy. Oh, God damn. She made y'all look like fools. Sheesh. Hey, that's my queen right there. Albie in a hot second place. Baloney coming in at a very cool third. We got So Shun making his way downtown. Wait, so they died? When did you die? I'm sorry, I missed it. I guess Soda really wasn't lying earlier. It was just a premonition of Marbles games to come. That's okay, Soda. Slash Me resurrects you. There it is. Our sweet Queen Jazzy. You love to see it. We love to see it. Women in STEM. Women in STEM. Okay? Absolutely. Absolutely. Dead in the Void. You know, I feel like there really is worse fates. Okay, that's it. No more marbles. I'm cutting us all off because, yeah, it's just, it can't. You can't. Woman, woman in marbles. Women in STEM, woman in marbles. Cuties. I've been gone a second. And plus, like, last stream was just like a DGen gaming stream. So we have some things to catch up on. We have some things to catch up on. Okay? No, it's true. Now, the very first thing I wanted to show you guys, perhaps that, Albie.
I am a security.
Okay, hold on. Not ready. All right. Okay, guys, I am excited because Alexander Skarsgård has a new TV show coming out. Guys, no, listen, stop dancing, pay attention. Alexander Skarsgård news. Skarsgård news. Okay, this is top tier news reports. Sode, Alexander, what? Skarsgård. Sode, how are you? How are how are you in this community? You don't know who Matt Berry is. You don't know who Alexander Skarsgård is. You're trying to make me stroke out. Like, I can't. You go. Okay, fine. You know what? That's okay. That's okay. It's okay to be Mike. Mike change? What? No, it's probably because I was loud. It's probably because I was loud. Sometimes when I get loud, the microphone like cuts it out. I don't know. Same mic though, same mic. Why does it sound worse? Better? Worse? Probably worse. Probably worse, right? I don't know. It's funny that way. Yeah, Zoolander was his very first role here in the States, fresh off the boat from Sweden. No, it's true. He's my future ex-husband. My future ex-husband. Okay, he's my favorite, to say the least. Okay. And okay, all the Skarsgårds are beautiful, first of all. All the Skarsgårds are beautiful. All right. But Alexander definitely, you know, I saw him on True Blood and I was like, that's the guy for me. I kind of have a thing for like blonde vampires, I think. Whoops. You know how it is, right, Jazzy? Blonde vampires? Jazzy gets, I know Jazzy gets it. Yeah, Jazzy base. Jazzy knows, all right? I'm not alone in this. It's a thing. All right, so this TV show, so Alexander Skarsgård, that's funny because you're a natural blonde and happen to be a vampire. Call me. Call me king. Call me king. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? We got blonde vampires in the chat. Hold up. One's in the chat if you're a vampire. Why is Stream Elements you you oh, look at all the vampires. Okay. Okay. I see it. I see it. I see it. Lock it in. So this is Murderbot. Now Alexander Skarsgård plays the Murderbot. Okay. You know, Stream Elements was like, oh, by the way, thanks, Stream Elements. You're doing great, sweetie. Just, you're doing fine. Just keep doing you. Just keep doing you, boo boo. So let's watch this shit, because let's see what Alexander Skarsgård's gonna do here.
I am a security unit, or sec unit. I was built to protect and obey humans, and humans are idiots.
True.
But now that I've hacked my programming, I can do whatever I want, as long as they don't find out.
Oh. He is the robot.
Now, let's talk security. We need you to select a sec unit to take on the mission. This is the newest model available.
What's the one behind it?
That's a refurbished model.
Oh, look at that piece of crap. Oh, wait, that's me.
Which one's the least expensive? That one, but you get what you pay for.
True.
True.
Wouldn't be so creepy if it didn't stand so still. Shh. Can you
Want to
hear
read the
us?
book?
I can't.
I could. I just didn't care. I was watching the entertainment channels on the company's satellites. I had watched 7,532 hours of content. Shows like The Rise and Fall of Sanctuary Moon.
Did you sleep with that bot? Stars, Captain.
Oh, what now? Run!
Oh, he's so cool. He's so cool. Oh.
Stay calm. It'll be...
Okay. Hey. You got it. You got it, Miss. Whatever you say, Mr. Skarsgård. Whatever you say, Mr. Skarsgård. Whatever you say, King. Okay? Hey.
Stay calm. It'll be okay.
Okay.
No, that's a face.
Yeah, it's kind of a sweet face.
Stop staring at me.
I wasn't. Stop staring at me.
Oh, he's fine.
I have been noticing some anomalies with the sec unit.
Uh-oh.
And when I plugged into its system, the unit was already rogue.
It calls itself Murderbot.
House private. It's a killing machine.
Murderbot.
Murderbot,
No, stop
wicked.
calling it Murderbot. It's terrifying.
You know what I mean? That's what it calls itself, so I am just being respectful.
Okay. We like a
You can trust
respect.
it?
It seems like it's going through something.
Eye contact.
Oh, this looks sick.
You could have killed me.
There was a chance, yes. But everything turned out fine.
I'm in. Oh, I'm so. Why is there? Okay. Who the fuck watches Apple TV? I know I've said this before, but like, really though? Really though? Who's like, oh yeah, I just saw this cool show on Apple TV, which I can afford for sure. You know? In Apple TV in this economy, man. Just release the Skarsgård. Just release the Skarsgård. Give the people what they want. Give the people what they want, which is Alexander Skarsgård doing what he does, doing anything really. I'll watch him do whatever. I don't even care. He normally does pretty good movies though, not gonna lie. I don't think I've ever seen him do like a movie that was just complete shit, you know? Also, his voice was kind of reminding me of Robert Pattinson's voice in Mickey 17 a little bit. It was kind of giving me that. I don't know. Thoughts? Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Baloney with the duck ass capo. Okay. Okay. We listen and we don't judge. All right. I've tortured you with Alexander Skarsgård enough. Now, what if I told you, guys, focus up, ding, ding, ring the keys, ling-a-ding, ding, okay, focus in, because we have not one, not two, but three new videos of who's ready to fucking cringe? One in the chat if y'all ready to fucking cringe. I don't know why my voice cracked. Just ignore that. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so this was the last episode we watched, I believe. Okay, that's cringe advertisements. Okay, so they had this girl, God, I can't remember her name. They had her back on the podcast.
who made out? Me and Daniel. The other
Oh,
night
yeah. And then she made out with Daniel, but she's like leaving her husband kind of, but not really. It's a little sussy.
Does Andy know? No. But
Yeah,
Don't avoid the
fucking,
question,
you're fucking
Daniel.
up, girl.
I'm basically a co-host now.
Whoa. Don't get ahead of yourself now.
I think.
Daniel just, I don't know.
Just go.
Oh,
Daniel's just doing his thing,
No,
I
just
guess.
don't be late. Go ahead.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Bye, Oatly. You're beautiful, but you're making terrible choices, Queen.
She told you?
Told me what?
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
read his
never mind.
ass. Read his
No.
ass, girl.
I mean, of course I like her. She's a wonderful person.
Wonderful.
Okay, so yeah, basically, it's just the girls calling Daniel on his bullshit, as they should. As they should. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Okay. So this is
Okay,
this is the new one, guys. This is one of the new ones. Okay? This is called Shall We Work or Have Sex? Whoa. Hey. You know, also this outfit is adorable. I love the socks and the skirt and the sweater. Slay. Wait, you were in that situation before? Wait, as like, who were you in the situation? Were you Daniel? Where like she was like, oh, I'm maybe kind of leaving my husband, but not really. Now I have to know. Now I'm being nosy. I have to know. Or were you like or were you, oh, just the episode title? Shall we work or have sex? Wait. Like, so you had sex at work? Or like, oh, bang or do assignments. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, I can imagine which was picked. You know, I can imagine. One could only surmise what went down. Hey, live your best life, King. You still passed, right? Shirley? Okay, who's ready? Shall we work or have sex?
I'm truth.
What? What happened?
Yeah.
It worked.
What worked? Oh.
Damn,
It's
Jack's
so
calling.
awkward.
Give it to me. Give it to me. Hurry. Hurry.
Is it Michael?
It's definitely a booty call.
Hello?
Hey,
Hello.
do you want to come over?
One's in the chat if you've gotten that call before. One's in the chat if you've gotten that call before. Yeah. I know, Jazzy. I know.
It's like 10 p.m.
So.
And you don't want to know the sad thing? You want to know the sad thing? We probably went, didn't we, Jazzy? We probably went, didn't we, Jazzy? Didn't we, Jazzy? We probably did. No. What is wrong with us? Why are we like this, Jazzy? Why?
I don't know. I mean, I'm working on the podcast right now.
Well, I'm making Italian. And I thought, I don't
10
know.
p.m.
You're not hungry?
I mean,
Okay,
it's hard
but
to pass
see, Albie, can I come to your place is better though. At least they're coming to you to supply the PP. You know, you don't have to go out to get the PP. You don't actually have to leave the house. It's like DoorDash. But like obviously let's just
the battalion.
never mind. Like
Come over.
Man, it'd probably be like 20, 25 minutes till I get there.
Well,
Dick dash.
that's perfect. It'll be done by the time you get here.
All right. I'll see you soon.
Okay, see you soon.
Dana.
Italian.
Although he's slowly growing
Can
on
I
me.
go? You guys are doing 4D and I don't even understand it. I've just been sitting on the couch the whole time waiting.
I think she should go.
What? Why are you looking at me like I'm the boss?
Can I go?
Do what you want.
Why are you asking?
I'm going!
You go get it, girl. Hey, I've been there.
Gonna change my underwear to something clean and sexy.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you gotta change that underwear
I
to
think we should
something
take a
clean
break.
and sexy. I get that.
Let's keep going. We almost got this figured out completely.
You said that at like 9.
Going
Okay, you
somewhere at
take a
10
break. I'll
p.m.
keep going.
sounds crazy to me now, though. I can't do it anymore.
No,
I'm tired.
It's okay. We'll just head out.
What?
What?
Don't go.
Why not? You can figure this out.
Daniel!
Well, we just got the 4K working. We can't edit now.
I can't like work all night like you can. Plus, you're on a roll, so just keep going.
But you're
Good
not
luck,
really
Daniel.
gonna
Bye.
Go. Fine, let's take a break.
Yeah!
Okay. He was growing on me. I just wish he wouldn't. Okay, you're making. Bro said he was making Italian and he just literally put a pizza in the oven. Oh, I'd be so mad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That might be a bit of a deal breaker. If you're telling me I'm driving all the way to you for a good dicking and some Italian food, you say I'm making Italian, come over, and then you whip out a fucking DiGiorno. No disrespect to DiGiorno, like I don't mind pizza, but don't like set me up for that, man. I'm thinking you're making like delicious pasta and bread and such. Dana's outfits are so cute. Hey.
Italian.
Yeah, call him out.
Italian.
The song's a banger.
Thought you were cooking. Thought that's what you meant.
Yeah, well, he
I
lied.
did cook.
Men
In
lie.
the oven.
Me when I lie.
What's the matter?
You promised Italian and didn't
You don't want
deliver.
it?
Yeah, he really thought he did something, huh?
Well, I mean, you drove all this way. You're not even a little bit hungry.
Bro! Pissing me off. He's pissing me off.
I don't know.
Sorry.
I just didn't want to miss you like cooking dinner for me or something.
Yeah.
You thought I was gonna make you dinner at 10 p.m.?
Bro. You said you were making Italian. Fucking loser behavior. Have a good shower, goat daddy. The heat? Is it warm over there in Germany right now? Is it like a little heat wave going on? It's been warmer over here for sure, too. Quite warm. With like a dash of rain in between. But I think it's supposed to get up to like in the mid 80s here in Cali this week. I was like, oh, damn.
I don't know. My mom used to cook dinner at 10.
It's 80. Oh, yeah, that's a big change. Oh, God. Bro, I can't with him right now. I can't with him. T-shirt weather. Let's go. Give her gas money, coward. Wonder how long the drive was. No. You promised me Italian food and now you think you're gonna get pussy? I don't know. All right, Dana. Hop off. Make your own choices, queen. Don't look, guys. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look. They might hold hands. They might hold hands. Don't look.
You think Jem was a bad influence?
Why?
Just
fuck,
'cause I
Daniel?
don't know how much drinking we've been doing nowadays.
You guys kind of always drink.
No, we don't. We drink occasionally.
Drinking.
Maybe
I
it's the
used to be so
podcast.
good at drinking and now I'm so
Maybe.
terrible at it.
Do you think that you guys are actually gonna make it?
What do you mean, of course?
No, I mean seriously. Daniel, you guys aren't getting brand deals.
Oh my
How are you
God.
gonna pay your rent?
We just gotta keep creating great content. The brand deals will come. That's how it works.
Come on with the
What if it
real
doesn't?
talk.
It does.
You guys are controversial. You need to look into alternate routes.
I'm not going back to my day job. I was there for 8 years. Pie Palace soul sucked me.
No, I don't. I mean, like, Dana has that contact at Bliffy. You should use it.
Blippy?
I don't need that contact. I have patience.
Just because it's her ex-boyfriend's contact?
That dude is like poison ivy.
I think
Oh,
it's
Blueberry
your
Muffin
ego.
guy? Yeah, he really is.
I don't want to be involved
We do
with
not
that guy. I
stand.
don't trust him. I'm protecting Dana.
Getting a contact from one person doesn't mean you need to see him for the rest of your life.
I don't want to do business with bad people.
Who do you
Fair
think
enough.
is gonna run the company that does a future brand deal with Dana and the Wolf?
Holy chill.
Nike? Would you do a brand
Holy
deal with Nike?
chill.
There's a difference between doing business with Kit and doing business with Nike.
But it's not business with Kit. It's business with Kit's friend.
Kit's gross.
Business is business. It's kind of like unavoidable for an artist.
You calling me an artist?
Daniel, chill.
Yeah, you kind of complain like one.
Oh! Got his ass. What is that? Don't die! Hey! She is married. And it's being weird. Awkward! Oatly, girl, what are you doing? Hopefully, Shirley, she talked to her husband. Shirley?
Someone didn't come home last night.
Someone slept on the couch. You slept with Oli.
Oh my god.
Why did you have sex with Oli?
You.
I love how she just like sniffed a new. That's pretty funny. I don't
left
know.
us alone.
And if
Nipple?
I leave you alone with someone, you'll have sex with them? Do I need to be like, listen, guys, I need everyone to exit the building. I'm
I
leaving.
don't know why I do this.
I thought you didn't.
Nobody
like
does,
Oli.
man.
I don't.
Ugh.
No, they're both
I mean, I
wildin'.
do.
You're right, Albie.
I had fun.
And everybody's
okay.
wildin'.
So she's here. She's DTF. So now you're DTF?
No, I'm not that guy.
You
Then what
kind
is
of
that?
are.
I don't know. We talked for a long time, and we drank. And we had fun.
Well, you know, you realize basically you can't ever be with Gemma now.
You think I consummated the death of Gemma?
Yes. How does it feel?
Makes me want her more.
Of course it does.
What?
So how was it?
It was good. I mean, but I don't ever want to do it again.
Oh, well, you're on a really good path for that.
What do you mean?
Just that, you know, I'm sure that's what she got out of last night, that, you know, you don't like her and never want to have sex with her again.
Sure.
Oh, God.
I mean, think about it. I
Fucked
don't
up.
even understand you.
Thinking with your
You
pee-pee.
understand me?
I've been there though. I've been
Jack
there
has
though.
STI results back.
What?
So?
You know what's funny? Because we have so much good chemistry with our kissing.
Ooh, uh-oh.
Yeah, he just doesn't seem to, like, know how to get me there.
Jack?
Oh. Uh-oh. So you're telling me my man's can't cook you Italian food when he says he's doing it, and he can't get you there? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, you got to up that skill before you come back.
Well, we weren't perfect in the beginning.
Yeah, but you at least know how to do one of the things.
Yeah, but I mean, I learned how to do that.
Ew, how?
My roommate taught me.
You asked your
What?
roommate how to do that?
What?
No, he just told me. It was college.
He is Daniel a bi? Is this a bi king moment? Okay, is this a bi king moment? Daniel really said, I learned from my roommate. People will say they were roommates, okay?
So your roommate just comes into your room and is like, hey man, how you doing today? Good? Oh, well that's cool. Did you finish your homework? Yeah, me too. Hey, so anyway, I was thinking we could like talk about a woman's vagina and sort of, you know, work through some things. I have a diagram I drew.
Yeah. He literally drew a diagram for me. He was like, this is how you do it.
Oh my god. What?
So I have Jorge to thank.
I mean, I'm a musician.
Well,
Okay,
Jack the gardener,
buddy.
and that didn't do him any favors.
Well, he didn't have Jorge.
You know, Kit's not a musician or a gardener.
Okay.
No.
Well, you know we're gonna be probably seeing Kit soon.
What do you mean?
Oatly DM'd him.
They're DMing?
She convinced me to beat the Bliffy guy.
What does that mean?
We're gonna meet him.
Where?
Huh?
Probably Kit's place.
No.
You're going to Kit's place? We're going to Kit's place. Oatly's going to Kit's place?
Oh? I'm thinking they're going to Kit's place. Okay. There's the end of that episode. I don't know about that episode. Everyone just made really bad decisions. I'm not going to lie. Everyone just kind of fucked up. Everyone just kind of fucked up. Now, okay. So I'm a little confused because they put out 3 new videos, and the one we just watched is for sure like a full episode, and this one's for sure a full episode, but this middle one, I'm not sure what this is.
Have you washed your hands lately?
I think
Is
so.
this
You want me to go?
I feel like this is some of their old stuff. I feel like they're re-uploading, maybe?
Like,
They're just doing a little re-upload.
with me.
Yeah, this is old when they used to film for like straight up just back when it was on TikTok. That's how I found them, was TikTok. Their little shorts. Okay, I think that's just a little re-upload. Okay, so here's the next actual full episode. This episode is called Sleep with Your Boss, which don't do that, guys. Don't do that. It's messy. It's messy. Don't be that. Don't be messy. Okay, just probably don't. Probably don't. You know? Okay. Sleep with your boss. You have the time to listen to me one. Wait, oh, is this Oatly's husband?
Wow.
Oh my god. This poor guy. Oh my god. Bro doesn't know. Bro doesn't know. She's so stunning.
Dana and Daniels.
I am. We have a meeting with the big money guy.
Correct, Sode. I do not, to our knowledge, they are not. But she was saying they were separating, but then she was saying, oh, I actually haven't talked to him about separating. And that's messy. Oatly's having a little messy moment here, for sure.
You didn't say anything.
I did. Yeah, no, I did. You said, oh, interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
You gonna get hammered again and have to spend the night?
You know what? If it goes that way,
Alright, it's part of the job.
you know, Andy, the whole thing is about connecting with people. So if we have
Ooh.
guests,
You need alcohol to connect with people.
yeah, if they want it, and they usually do.
Don't get drunk on Joe Rogan.
What?
How do you know? They might have to.
No, because he interviews important, busy people.
Ew, he's a Joe Rogan, bro. Okay, just leave him then. Just leave him then. Come on, what are you doing, Oatly? Stop. Stop. He seems kind of like, let's not. Let's get. But she needs to fess up and leave, you know?
Well, this is a startup.
Mm-hmm. So now's the time to drink and party?
No, but I'm saying, like, we need to make people enjoy being on the show. So if we make it a party, yeah, they'll come back.
Or you make it a party and you're just a bunch of drunk people
Oops.
sitting around, hanging out, playing pretend.
Oops. Oh my
You know what they do on
god.
Dragon Hunt?
They drink like wine.
Well, it's a different kind of podcast.
It's a podcast that pays you.
Uh-huh.
I'm an employee there. And on Dana and Daniels, I'm a producer.
Ugh. Right, and 20 hours a week times 0 is...
He's annoying as hell.
I'll talk to you later.
But that doesn't mean she needs to go cheat on him. Just leave him, girl.
What are you wearing?
Well, who cares? I'm an influencer. I don't gotta dress nice. You guys are overdressed.
Okay, Daniel. Okay. Relax, bud. It's just okay. Okay. You got sweatpants and a t-shirt on. Chill. You're not him. You're not him, Daniel. Okay.
Am I overdressed?
No.
Oh my God, Dana! Why do they both look
Daniel,
so
go
cute?
You go change.
Daniel, you should feel sad about yourself because
I'll make
look how
thousands of dollars.
look how pretty they look. This is interesting. It's like a long button-up shirt with like a little stripy dress corset thing. You know? They look adorable. Slay.
Every video. You need to like make an impression.
I'll make an impression.
What does that mean? Are you not gonna take this seriously?
Do you know who you're working with?
Sirius is his middle name.
Daniel.
Daniel Sirius Wolf. Sounds like a Harry Potter character.
It does sound like a Harry Potter character.
What is there to talk about? If the dude likes our podcast, he should pay us.
I think I'm overdressed. I'm gonna go change.
No, Dana, you can't change because I didn't bring anything else to wear.
Well, you could just look
So cute.
professional and, you know, manager-ish, and then I can look cool like Daniel.
Dana, you don't have to change. You look hot. We're meeting a man, right?
I thought this was a casual get-together. You said we weren't gonna talk about business, so why are we dressed business?
Oh, this is business casual. Daniel's like pajamas casual.
Dana, can't you just give her something to dress her down?
Oh, so now I have to figure out a whole new outfit for me and a new outfit for Oli?
Okay, you know what? I'll put on jeans.
Wow. Wow, he's gonna put on jeans. Oh my God.
I don't know.
Wow, what a guy. What a guy. Okay, and then we skip the ad. I don't know why they have to do that. Don't use BetterHelp, guys. I've heard really bad things about it.
Kat, this is amazing potato salad.
Thank you.
Ew! 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 Fucking guy. The worst. The worst. You know?
I picked it out myself.
Oh, you didn't make it by hand?
It is homemade, just not by me.
You guys know who Zach Black is? Well, in 2014, he started this Kickstarter, asked for $10 to make a potato salad. Ended up making $55,000.
What?
Gave it all to charity.
Wow, that's, how do you know that?
Well, excuse me, my friend Dave Goodman knows his girlfriend. So, we're pretty close. I went to high school together. Was it 2010? No, 2008 to 2012. They were actually college roommates.
Oh, I graduated in 09.
But then he went to a second college after that first year, so they weren't roommates anymore.
Wow, that's cool. That's, so, what do you think he's doing now? Thinking maybe like a corn chowder recipe, maybe?
I don't know, actually.
Maybe he owns a restaurant.
Potato salad and me.
Nope, he actually moved out of Iowa, and he's currently teaching hang gliding in Seattle.
I almost went hang gliding once.
What is this
face
art?
my fears
What
and
is, what is
everything.
happening?
My
What is
dad said it
happening?
was too expensive.
Oh, you gotta go.
I probably won't.
I went when I was visiting Mexico
She's so
City
real
off
for
the
that.
coast of Valle de Bravo. It's 95 miles west of Mexico City.
Okay. Oh yeah, so relatable. Having money and traveling,
So-
totally.
What do you do at Bliffy?
I'm a product specialist. I work in tools and ad revenue sharing programs.
What is that exactly?
Okay.
You ever hear of the subscribe button?
Yeah.
I work on that.
What? He works on the subscribe button? Is that an actual job? That's not real. That's not what? So like he you know when you push subscribe what? How to make people sub.
Do you
That
work
makes
with
more sense.
creators? Help them.
I thought he meant like he actually like does tech work on the subscribe button. Like, you know, like making sure the subscribe button works good. I don't know.
Get monetized?
No.
Oh.
But I know a lot of people that do.
How can you get us monetized?
Chill.
Yeah, if you post the right content.
Have you seen our podcast?
I have.
Uh-oh.
I have.
Not impressed. Because your podcast, like, I'm so sorry, but like their podcast is like it's a little, it's maybe not the best podcast I've ever seen. You know?
Yeah, no, it's interesting. Polyamory. I mean, are you guys really polyamorous?
We are.
That is such a fucking rude question to ask. Holy shit. That's crazy.
Really? All three of you?
No, sir. I'm the producer.
Dana and Daniel are trying to make polyamory accessible to regular people.
Right, no, I've been hearing that word out a lot lately. It's a real hot button word.
And you know about buttons.
She made him laugh.
You're funny.
Oh.
She is funny.
Why did he look at Dana like that? I don't like that. He's giving me a not great vibe. Yeah, I don't like that.
Mine.
You see that,
Can't
Jazzy?
have
I
it.
didn't like that.
Well, that's not very polyamorous of you, Daniel.
Well, I'm a hip.
Oh my god! What the fuck is this guy's problem? What the fuck, man? Like, what an asshole. Oh, fuck this guy up.
Is that good for a podcast?
Of course it is.
Controversy.
It's actually, unfortunately, Albie, that is what people think a lot of the time. I've definitely encountered that and seen it a lot with polyamorous people, especially, of course, polyamorous women always get the like, oh yeah, you're poly. Well, you're easy to sleep with, or you want to sleep with everybody. And we've talked about it before here on the Views broadcast. Like, you can be asexual and polyamorous. What if I told you, like, you can be polyamorous without having sex at all? You don't have to have sex to be polyamorous. Like, that's crazy. And it's just such a stupid, negative, misogynistic part of the patriarchy assumption. No,
Press is
thank
good
you.
press.
It's not that. It's more just that, I'm always questioning. It's probably how we got to polyamory in the first place.
Well, what if you question it to the point where you figure that polyamory doesn't work? Is the show over?
I would love to realize that. Because it would blow my mind.
It'd blow your business, too.
Good.
What?
I mean,
This
a
is so
mind
awkward.
blown is better than $1 million home.
Put that on a pillow.
At last. Really nice meeting you guys. I'm gonna hit the restroom. It's a long drive, but thanks, guys.
Okay.
Thanks for the food kit.
No!
That was quite a performance.
It's
Wasn't a
so
performance.
awkward.
Right.
Oh! Are they gonna fight? I want Daniel and Kit to fight.
Thanks for putting all that together.
There's nothing.
No! No, Dana! No, Dana!
Bye.
No. Okay. Do not smell him, exactly.
We did it!
No, you didn't. That went horrible. Why are they so excited? I feel like that went so bad. Am I crazy? Am I wilder?
Yeah. Well, seriously.
What do you mean by that?
You know how these apps go. We're gonna just probably post a whole bunch of content and then they're gonna never get back to us.
Daniel, he works for the subscribe button.
Oh my god, you're right. I forgot. We made it!
Dana's not happy.
Gentlemen,
Okay, that's sad. A little sad ending on the poly couple there. Damn, okay. Messy! Holy shit, both those episodes were kind of messy. I do not like that producer guy at all. I feel like that's probably how, like, a lot of producer guys are in Hollywood, though. You know? Yeah, that was it. That's the end. That's we're all caught up on the new poly couple. Slay. Okay. Okay? Yeah, he would be friends with Blueberry Muffin Man. What happened? Oh, you know, Oatly and Daniel hooked up, and then Oatly's husband's kind of a douche, but she needs to fess up to him, and then Dana's making life choices, and then they met with a producer, and then the producer was creepy, and then he was shit talking polyamory. God, that's not very poly of you. Oh my God. I feel like I've been told such a similar thing, like with my okay, so my ex, who is the one who kind of like introduced me to like polyamorous lifestyle or whatever, he was very good at like saying the words and like talking about polyamory and teaching, but like when it came down to it, he was just kind of wanted to sleep around, like without any repercussions, basically, you know. And if I got upset, you know, like, hey, if you're sleeping with someone else without a condom, like you need to let me know. Like if I'm sleeping with you without a condom, like for if nothing else for health reasons, you have to be real with me. And just being like, yeah, well, that's not very like poly-minded of you. And it's just like, bro, just shut the fuck up. What the fuck? Like, I'm just trying to make sure I don't get a fucking STD and die. Like, don't be a piece of shit. But he kind of was. And it's so weird to have someone who like you learned so much from, but was at the same time was treating you so horribly. It's definitely an experience I wouldn't change for the world, but at the same time, like I would never want to go through it again. Holy shit. But I learned like a lot about myself and how to live my life. And I did a lot of drugs and had a great time. And now I'm just vibing. You don't want your nose to fall off. Don't worry. We'll let your nose fall off. Somebody get Albie's nose. Hold it up now. Speaking of Albie, okay, we have a an Albie War react video. Okay? We have an Albie War react video. It's called Patriarchy is Bad for Men. Okay? Now, we're probably not going to do it all in one sitting. Okay? But like I miss our Albie has some banger react, you know, recommendations. It's been a while. Albie's out here. Albie is out here getting us the long form content we deserve. Okay. We're gonna talk, we're gonna learn about how, you know, the patriarchy is bad for men, and it is. And it is. Okay. So what's the guy who does this? The burger Krieg. Is that German? What does Krieg mean? Krieg. Keurig. Keurig? Anyway. Okay. Everybody get your blankies. Jazzy's set. I'm going to hit my Weedo. And we're going to learn why the patriarchy is bad for men. Okay, well, it's bad for everyone, but...
I know what you care about. So let me start this one off by telling you that patriarchy is stopping you from getting laid. That's right, if it...
True! True! And that goes for men, women, inbies, everybody. The patriarchy does stop us from getting laid. He speaks the truth right out the gate.
If it wasn't for patriarchy, you'd have a way easier time finding partners both seriously and casually. And you wouldn't even have to put in a fraction of the work all these dating coaches are trying to get you to do. You just have to show up and be yourself. Which, of course, in patriarchy is a little hard to do because, after all, what woman would want to see your true self, right? That's what they'll tell you. I'll explain this a little more later, but to truly understand...
He does have, like, Matt Berry vibes. Oh my god, you're so right, Jazzy. Like, is this Matt Berry's son?
We need to understand some of the basics of what patriarchy is, and more crucially, what it isn't. Because chances are you have a very skewed image of it, And a lot of that is thanks to whatever it is you have heard of feminist discourse. There's a very particular school of feminism that gets thrown at guys wherever they go. And because of that, you see the title of this video and go, what is this? Patriarchy is either not real, or if it is, it's supposed to benefit me personally. So how could it be bad for me? And there's the first misconception, the idea that patriarchy is a system built by men in order to advance and empower men to the detriment of women. It's a simplistic explanation that isn't entirely wrong, but fails to
exactly. That's not wrong, but like that's a very watered down. It's right, but it's also very watered down. Like, there's definitely a lot more to patriarchy than that.
The complexity of the issue, and thus sort of becomes a wrong statement when you actually understand it at a deeper level. Kind of like, you know how like high school biology talks about two sexes because it's by and large sort of true, but the actual scientific consensus, the level at which medical doctors, geneticists, and human biologists understand things, reveals that it's a lot more complicated than that.
Yeah, exactly. Can we talk about, who was I talking about with this? It's just the other day, it's like intersex erasure. Okay, intersex erasure. There are so many people who are born with like a penis and a vagina or some variation of that, okay? And there's so many more than we'd think, and it happens in nature too, with animals and stuff. And like, I don't know. Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that. It's a whole spectrum out there, okay? But humans love to have things in a little box that they can understand, right? Like, that's what humans like to do. We like to put it in a little box that we can understand. And if it doesn't fit into that box, we don't like that, right? Because it's like, what's going on? I have this box and you're not fitting in that. Humans are so silly sometimes.
It is much more a system that is reinforced by everyone who exists in it to some extent, sometimes against their will and wishes, to benefit an extremely small group of men known as patriarchs. Men are, if you were to like average it out, the least oppressed within this system, but they are still more oppressed than if they didn't live in patriarchy. And there's areas where they're just as oppressed as women, just in very different ways. And also there's certain areas where you can very strongly argue that they are more oppressed than women. Look, the hierarchy is just a little more complicated than like the evil...
Where are we talking about? Like here on Earth? Okay, he explains it. Okay.
Men on top, and then the righteous and good women at the bottom. I think especially people who live with a female perspective can fall into this trap of seeing that women, aware of their oppression, have this sort of gender solidarity, and they assume that this also exists for men, but it doesn't.
It doesn't.
There's no solidarity up here. There's instead a variety of hierarchical clades that have mechanisms to control one another. And
that's on Earth. Sorry, I'm just trying to understand where.
Large, some clades are above others to oppress those below, but those below are often shaped to also pull down those above them. Women pull men down in the interest of patriarchy, much like they put other women down for the same reason. Did you know that patriarchy has evolved to the point where women can become patriarchs? It is a pretty recent phenomenon. A famous historical example, very much a stronger exception than it would be today, is Queen Victoria. She was a patriarch. It's a bit counterintuitive. In common parlance, one might use the word matriarch because that's just how language works. But in the context of like a patriarchy as an academic idea, that isn't accurate. Because patriarchy isn't just about saying man word bad, woman word good.
I don't want to be a patriarch. I don't want to be a patriarch. I want to be a matriarch. Fern can be the patriarch. I'll be the matriarch. Deal? Handshakage? Deal? Deal. Okay, deal. Got it.
Yes, but she controlled and actively expanded the greatest apparatus of oppression that existed at the time. She ruled over an undeniably patriarchal society, and her rule did not make it any less patriarchal. If anything, you might argue that it had the opposite effect. She was the highest authority of a patriarchal system. And much like girl boss feminism is still patriarchy but with different genders, It didn't change the
No,
nature.
girl boss feminism is patriarchy with different genders. I don't think so. You know?
Of that system. And the nature of that system is what gives it its name. It didn't deconstruct any hierarchy, it just arranged it a bit different for a moment. You know how people with blue hair talk about white supremacist, capitalist patriarchy? Sometimes they put more buzzwords in there, but you know what I mean, right? You've heard this before. Well,
is this guy like
they're
conservative?
not just buzzwords. They are other social systems that exist in our culture that enforce hierarchies based on characteristics that people have little to no control over. Like,
we
when
can
you're
disagree
black,
with him. You're right,
chances
Albie.
are
You're
you
right.
have it harder. Your family probably has less generational wealth. The culture that brings success is something you need to adapt to. And some
He's
people
right, you
will
know.
deny you opportunities just because they don't like the color of your skin. It doesn't
Real.
need to happen often for it to happen and be relevant, as opposed to like something not happening at all. You just get fewer cards from a shittier deck, and from that you could pull a winning hand, you're just not as likely to. At the heart of it,
Okay,
all
I mean, I
I
can
hierarchies
respect that. I can respect a different
intersect. They
leftist
don't
take.
just exist in isolation from one another. Each is part of the grand total pyramid of social hierarchy. You're not just like a man. You have an ethnicity, you have a job, an age, a familial status, a tax bracket, and all these things
I don't want a
make
tax
up
bracket.
the circumstances of your life.
I don't want a tax
Some of them you can
bracket.
control, others you can't. One of these is being a man, which is what we're going to talk about today. Being a man in patriarchy. None of the other things. I just brought up the intersectional approach to contextualize what I'm talking about a little bit. You might want to keep in mind that those other factors also exist, but the reason why we talk about these various systems of oppression in discrete terms a lot of the time is to actually be able to discuss them without bringing up too many relevant tangents. You may have seen the length of this video. We don't have time for too many tangents. We're not doing the entirety of particle physics. We're focusing on electron interactions today.
Wait, what?
The number one thing
I'm
which
not
I
ready.
find most important, the clearest area of men being more oppressed than women in patriarchal society, patriarchy does not value male life. A woman in patriarchy always has at least some...
Okay, but it doesn't. I feel. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna say that in patriarchy, I don't think honestly any life is very valued, but it is true in a sense of like I remember turning 18 and like right in high school and like my classmates, like a lot of people were turning 18 and they have to, you know, sign up for all the guys had to go sign up for the draft. And I just remember thinking like that's actually crazy that like how terrifying would that be to be like a young man and all of a sudden your country's like, hey, we're literally going to grab you, send you to war, and like you're probably going to die for like a country that doesn't give a fuck about you. If you do make it back, you're going to get treated shitty anyway, shitty healthcare and shitty, just no reward of any kind, you know, a pat on the back, a medal, and do it and not complain. And that is terrifying. And I always said, you know, like, well, Jesus, you know, if they're gonna draft the men, they should draft the women too. Like, just draft. If you're gonna draft for everyone, but also just don't draft because war is fucking stupid and you shouldn't be drafting anybody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I came to that conclusion later down the line. I was raised in a small white town. Okay, it took me a while to like unlearn a lot of stuff. All right, it took me a minute. Yikes. But yeah, no, putting myself like in a young man's shoes, like that would be absolutely horrific. You know, I had a buddy in high school who went over and fought ended up going to Afghanistan and did 2 tours over there. And it's just never been the same. Just broken person. And it's so fucking sad. It's so fucking sad. Like I don't know. Like it is horrible. I see where he's coming from. I do, but I don't think you need to make it a like who has it worse. Okay? Like You know, I don't think it has to be a contest of who's getting more oppressed. Okay, under patriarchy, everyone's getting oppressed. Different levels, different angles to that. But anyway, he's making a valid point, though.
Sort of value. You are worth being kept alive, and it is in fact
Yeah.
expected that should your life ever be in danger, available men will be sacrificed to preserve it. Like, you still hear women and children first. It's still a thing that people say. Now,
Well,
of course,
okay, because yeah, like if all the women and children die, like your species isn't going to continue on. But I mean, you need men too, I guess, but just not as many. I don't know. I don't know.
women have a whole different problem in that arrangement, in the sense that their value is ultimately limited to basically being a servant who produces children and takes care of them.
Exactly.
And if you try to go beyond that, to this day, you will be saddled with a lot of additional...
Men used to leave the women and children. I believe it. Spoken like a true patriarch. No,
difficulties.
No.
But I am very firm in my belief that though this is not a desirable lot in life, it's preferable to literally fucking dying because some patriarch decided they need
listen. I think that there are a lot of women who have been... Okay, have you seen Handmaid's Tale? Have you seen Handmaid's Tale? Like, if we ever go down Handmaid's Tale route, okay, I'm taking myself out. I'm doing it. It's dying is literally preferable to me in my head than being kept as like a baby maker slave. Like, I would literally rather die than be like just an walking, talking incubator, you know? Like, I would never allow that to happen to myself. Nope. I don't think so. I'm not doing Handmaid's Tale. I'm not doing that one. You know?
to conquer more land. When you're a man, your very existence is worthless until you have proven otherwise. And that
Which is so
proving
sad.
never really stops. The ancient Hittites used to expel young men from society and treat them as wolves, meaning that legally they were equal to...
You just kick the teenage boys out in this little thing and like be like, okay. I'm sorry, it's not funny. It's it's not funny.
So they had absolutely no rights until they had brought back valuables to their tribe. And where would they get those valuables? By taking them from others. They were forced to become bandits. It was not legal for them to participate in productive society. And what they had stolen would be appropriated by the patriarchs of their tribe, and they'd be returned to human status, legally speaking. Now, this is a specific historical example. Obviously, this hasn't happened in a little bit, but it's indicative of how patriarchal societies treat men. It's a good example. It literally dehumanizes men.
Okay. I don't obviously, like, you shouldn't put young men and say, like, you're literally fucking animals, fuck it. But I think that, okay, here's what I think. I think that women, people who menstruate, people who have uteruses, go through in their teenage years a blood ritual, right? Like, you start bleeding for the first time. It's terrifying. It is terrifying. It is a whole blood ritual that you go through. And so I think the idea of some kind of like coming of age ceremony or something, but like in a respectful way, it doesn't have to be like, you're a fucking dog, get out of here. No. Just like, like something, little coming of age moment,
Hollows them out, turns them into vessels of someone else's will. When
I won't
there's more,
traumatize
it's
anybody.
men we rip from their
Although,
lives.
like, getting your period for the first time is pretty fucking traumatizing. And, like, no choice there, like, it completely changes you, like, forever. There are no coming of age rituals for boys nowadays, no. And Yeah.
Men we force
Maybe
to
bring that
kill
back in a
and die.
respectful way.
Obviously, war is terrible for everyone involved. Women
Something nice,
too.
you know?
But we seriously destroy the psyche of men in order to send them into the jaws of death. And we do this even if it never happens. We nuke the male psyche just in case they maybe have to go to war one day. The whole women have always been the primary...
terrifying. That's terrifying. War is so stupid. It's like the boys are fighting again. Like, it's so dumb. Like, and it's so scary, and I can't imagine. It's horrible. It's horrible, horrible, horrible.
Victims of war thing is not feminism by today's standards. Hillary Clinton is not a feminist in any meaningful sense today.
I mean, true. Okay, I'm not gonna disagree on the Hillary Clinton. Not to get too political here, but like, I'm not gonna disagree on the Hillary Clinton thing. Not really a fan. Not really a fan. I don't trust politicians like at all, bro. Like even leftist ones. I'm still sussed up. I don't know. I want to believe, but it's just like...
She's just a woman who affects the aesthetic of feminism to achieve patriarchal positions of power. She exploits the solidarity of other women to advance herself. Men are raised from an early age to idolize warriors, and patriarchy preys on the very human desire to protect others by creating all this elaborate propaganda around how amazing it is to be a cool soldier killing bad guys with your buddy. Most of the great idols of masculinity are action heroes.
Like war is very like glorified, and then like you get over there and you fucking realize like how horrific and traumatizing and terrifying it is. It's not like the fucking movies and TV shows, like it is fucking people dying. And it's fucking horrific. Nobody should be doing that. Ike, you want to watch the video? He woke up from his little nap. You gonna get some food? Good boy. That's a good kitty. Ike, the patriarchy's keeping you down, man. Did you know that? He says he doesn't care. That's crazy, Ike. That's crazy. Hot take from Ike. Hot take from Ike. How could he say that?
Who put themselves into terribly dangerous circumstances without batting an eye, and often suffer and die for both some abstract ideal and to protect other people. This isn't a male power fantasy. It's propaganda to shape the mind.
Yeah, and it's ingrained. Can he say that? I know. Ike, chill, bro. You're gonna get me banned. It's ingrained. Like, how like girls are given like little baby dolls, you play mama or whatever, play Barbies, For me personally, I always made my Barbies gay because I never had a Ken doll. So I'd make my Barbies like scissor. Right, Jazzy? Yeah, Jazzy gets it. Jazzy gets it. I never had a Ken doll. Barbie's just trying to get it, okay? But that's what we're, and then boys are playing with their little like war tanks or whatever. Like, it's very crazy. Yeah, a little lip syncing. You know what I'm saying? Just a little lip syncing.
Minds of men into believing violence is their only purpose. I really struggle with feminists who don't recognize this, even though they can pinpoint propaganda to shape the minds of little girls into thinking the most beautiful thing is to be a subservient wife to a husband in the house and then raise the kids in the kitchen. It is an ideal...
I mean, yeah. And there it is, like I remember growing up thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna find my Prince Charming, and then we're gonna, I don't fucking know what, girl, right off into the sunset. What do you think? What do I think is gonna happen? I don't know. Plus we got a George R.R. Martin book back here, I'm noticing. The Burning Wheel. Got a burn book? Harm's Place. Martin Puzo. A lot of books. I respect that.
Narrative that downplays or ignores the negative aspects of what it means to fulfill this social role. Men feel immense shame at the idea of not being given the opportunity to sacrifice their life. Or not.
Is that true? I feel like if I was a guy, I would just be so glad I didn't have to go. Like I would do anything I could to not go to war. I would run away to Canada, whatever I have to do, man. Like, hey, I'm gay and my back is bad. You don't want this. Yeah, just jork it. Just jork it, there is no shame in not going to war. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
Taking that opportunity when it presents itself. And look, you can enjoy an action movie. It's not just cool to be a hero. Being heroic is actually a good thing. Just
Being
as
heroic
forging
is
the
sticking to
bonds
your
of a
values,
community
too.
and raising a family are also good things. But you have to realize that as an element of patriarchy, this is preying on
Jorkin
your
later?
sense
Oh,
of
shit.
wanting to do good. Lesbians love cottagecore. There's nothing wrong with that. The truth is that
Okay, lesbians love cottagecore? Okay, I mean, he's not wrong. But that's very generalized statement, sir. He's kind of right, though. But, like, hey, don't generalize. We don't do that.
you are going to war so patriarchs can enrich themselves.
Yep.
History has seen very few righteous wars, and even
Yep.
where it has, they have been marked by unspeakable cruelty,
Yep.
scarring even the survivors in ways that they will never
They're never the
recover
same.
from.
They're never
And
the same.
in ways they're not really allowed to discuss. The deconstruction
Buffy.
of war, the concept of anti-war media, is relatively recent in the cultural zeitgeist. It had its big breakthrough for our generations during the Vietnam War, and here it ought to be noted that feminists made up a significant portion of the coalition going, hey, maybe don't send men to die. It's a
Yeah.
messed up thing.
My mom was out there protesting the Vietnam War back in the day, y'all. Okay? And my dad, I guess because they had like draft cards and shit, and I guess my dad, when he went in the service, if he would have waited instead of signing up himself, I guess he would have ended up in Vietnam. But because he signed up like in a certain time, like they did send him to like he's actually stationed in Germany for a while. I don't know. But yeah, my mom was out there being based. My dad was literally just like a cook, like an army cook. I don't know what he was even doing in Germany. Why did we still have bases in Germany? USA just thinks they can do whatever they want. Like, get out of there, man.
They deserve to live. Why are you doing this to them? And this wasn't just to make up for suffragettes shaming men for not going to World War I. We're doing one piece of progress at a time here. It's
One
not
Piece
just
mentioned.
war where this presents
I've never seen that
itself.
show.
Men are still groomed from a young age to be soldiers, but for most of us that never actually happens. It's not the only way to sacrifice yourself, though. Consistently, almost all of the most dangerous professions, the professions that will quite literally destroy you physically and mentally, ruin your health, shave years off your life, are done predominantly by men. Pretty much the only super dangerous job mostly done by women is prostitution, which is a special case that comes
I don't know. I don't know. Prostitution is very dangerous. It can be. It can be. It can be. But also, we don't shame sex workers, okay? They're just out there trying to get by like everybody else, man. Okay? And they deserve to be safe while doing that. Everyone deserves to be safe while they're working. Like, nobody should have to be ruining their mind and body, you know, for some money. But here we are, you know?
with a number of complicated corollaries in its own right. This is why life expectancy for men is much lower across the board. The only value of a man's life lies in its destruction. And men know this. It's shameful for men to do things in ways that are physically healthy and safe. It makes you a bit of a pansy. Men don't even go to the doctor because they feel shame around burdening others with their health issues.
I don't think that's why they don't go to the doctor. I don't think that's why. Okay, in my experience with guys is that they literally just don't want to call and make the appointment and do it. That's just been my experience with men, though, here in the USA healthcare system, is that they just don't have the gumption to, like, make the phone call and set up the appointment. No? Hello? I don't know if it's so much about the burdening others with their health issues. I don't know if any of you have ever been around, but why don't they want to do it? Because well, I guess I've always just assumed because they just don't want to be bothered with it. They'd rather do something else, which wouldn't we all? Hmm. Well, now this video is making me
How many
think.
men die from that? Women can do the dangerous jobs just fine. Many of them are actively looking for women these days. It's just that women aren't brainwashed from early childhood to not value their own life. And like, you know, good. And society doesn't generally hold it that it's kinda okay to do violence to women, like as a blanket thing. It is in fact considered especially vile to do violence to women. Even in the sorts of situations where playing by patriarchal rules, it is
So wait, Ike, Ike, Ike. Well, wait, just let him get it out real quick. It's okay, bud. Did you poopy? He poopied. He's got to tell you guys. He wants me to tell you that he ate his food and poopied. Good job, bud. You're doing great out there. Do you guys know his birthday's coming up soon? He's gonna be 14. Can you believe it? 14 years old. My sweet little baby boy. No, he's just a baby. He's just a little tiny baby. He's my little baby boy. I know, 14 though. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever had a cat. He can almost drive. Let's go, Ike. You gonna drive me places, bud? My sweet boy. I know I got a teenager in the house, you know? Goddamn. Yeah, this guy's clearly never been a 13-year-old girl. You're so real for that, Jazzy.
considered a man's right to do violence against a woman. Like when she's his wife, and patriarchy holds that she is his property. It still is and always has been frowned upon. If you need to resort to violence to control your woman...
beating the shit out of your wife, not necessarily legally troubling, but frowned upon. You might get a little frowned upon if you beat the holy fuck out of her. You know, just a little frowning upon that.
That's a weak man. You're a weak man. There is never a good reason to do violence against a woman. Only a few bad ones. That's sort of the ethos of patriarchy. Whereas there's plenty of good reasons to do violence to men. Now, domestic violence is a huge problem. Violence against women is a huge problem.
Yeah, but I mean, any kind of domestic violence, I don't care what gender the people are, you don't need to be, if you're resorting to physical violence with each other, like, you need to stop. Stop. Nobody needs to be hitting on anybody, like hitting, like punch, not like hitting, like flirting. Like, nobody needs to be beating up anyone, okay? We do not condone physical violence. No, Jazzy, not like that. Not like that. I know. You can hit on people, just don't hit on people. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay.
So many places where people understand that it's a problem, but they sort of throw their hands up because...
And he's also definitely, you know, and I mean, it happens. Leaving out the whole NB side of things, you know, men, women. There's also NBs, you know, like some people do not fall into that. But I get where he's coming from. You want to hit the president? Oh my God, do it, Sode. Nobody will stop you here. Hit on, you know, just hit on. Are to see not who has it worse, just to highlight how patriarchy oppresses men specifically. No, totally. I actually, in my first or second year of college, I had an English class and I had this professor and we had to write papers. And the paper I wrote was how pretty much this, like how patriarchy also bad for men. And the teacher like loved it. Like he gave me like an A+. He's like, yo, can I keep this? And I'm pretty sure to this day they still use it as an example at that college. My paper as an example of like, this is a really fucking good essay. Like this is what your essay should look like. So, you know, yeah, I'm a little bit of a whido. I do a little bit of whining. Should have been a fan fiction, huh? What if I had just turned in an Aragorn fan fiction instead? Do you guys think I still would have gotten an A? Maybe? Well, I mean, I'm not in the class anymore, Jazzy. This was like 10 years ago. Just send him an Aragorn fan fiction. Oh god.
What are you going to do about it? It's the way society works. It's unfortunate, but there's a reason why when you think about domestic violence, you think mainly about violence against women.
Because that's like, okay, I'll say it, because that's like 90% of it. That's why we think of it that way, is because like more often than not, like that's what it is. Like, can it also be other things besides a man hitting a woman? Of course. But like, I think the reason why we picture that is because, you know, like that's the case a lot of the time. Not that women can't be violent too and should not. Nobody should be hitting anybody. Don't do it. Don't do it. Why are you hitting each other? Not okay.
Experts estimate that probably almost half of the victims of domestic violence are men. It's a problem that
Source? Source? I'm gonna need a source on that one. Half? He's saying half? Where? Here in the States? He sounds British though. Huh. Again, guys, nobody needs to be hitting. I don't care what gender or sex you identify with. Don't hit anybody, okay? It's not how we communicate our feelings.
Dominantly affects
Instead of
women,
hitting,
but
hit on.
not
Exactly,
by
Daddy.
very much, it has recently begun to appear. And this shouldn't surprise anyone because every man knows how normalized it is for women to be allowed to hit men. Have you ever seen a romance film? Or any media, really?
I've never thought that. What? Literally, I was never taught that it was okay to hit anyone. Like, ever. Hello? What?
When a man says something that is hurtful to a woman, she gets to slap him. That's the rule. When I was young, I was fully prepared to have to suffer regular physical violence whenever I said something a woman I didn't like. And
oh my god, that's so sad. Really? Is that how guys feel? Do you expect to get, like, slapped? What are you saying that you're getting slapped for? I mean, okay, oh wow, that sounds horrible. No, you should never be getting hit, okay? In the reality of the situation, you should never be getting hit, okay? Like, physical violence is never the answer. But like, I'm so curious, do guys really kind of grow up thinking you thought it was the norm? That like you were just gonna get slapped in the face sometimes? That's so fucking sad. That's horrible, man. Oh my god. To just like expect that. That's terrible.
Didn't turn out to be a problem as often as I'd expected. It's not exactly in the same category as quicksand when it comes to things my childhood warned me about a little bit more than was necessary.
True. Like, I definitely thought quicksand was gonna be an issue for me. Yeah, and I was thinking that too, Jazzy. Like, it is very normalized, and especially a lot of like older shows and movies. He like says something stupid, and her reaction is just bap right across the face, you know? Yeah, don't do that, guys. Don't do that. Yeah, no, fuck quicksand. Well, okay, go daddy. As long as it's consensual, you know, hey, that's between that. Hey, pop off, king. We do not kink shame here. All right.
This has happened to me in and out of intimate relationships.
As long as it's consensual.
My reflex is always to blame myself because I don't care about not being harmed as much. And I probably.
And I feel like that's something that we really need to address with men. Like, if that's like, he's making me see this, like, men growing up not valuing themselves. So like, of course they're not as like emotionally mature as like women who are raised to like value themselves more. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we doing patriarchy? Hello? You're fucking everything up, patriarchy. Fuck you.
Deserve it. Now, there is a feminist school of thought that you're probably familiar with that makes all of this out to be a problem of misogyny. Men don't care about being hit by women because they think women are weak and they look down on them. Or they sacrifice themselves because they feel like women couldn't do it. And look, I'm not saying this analysis is devoid of value. It's a particular way of looking at the issue of patriarchy, much like this video is a particular way of looking at the same issue. Taking on certain perspectives can net us some very good insight when we talk about something as complex as this.
True.
Femininity is certainly devalued.
Yeah, when Jazzy found out that, you know, patriarchy wasn't about the horses, she just kind of lost interest, you know?
As a general rule in patriarchy, and we'll get around as to why that is in particular. But it does feel a little callous to see someone literally die, have their existence ended. Hear somebody say, yeah, maybe you shouldn't have had to die, and go, this offends me because it implies I could not have done this. What are you doing when you say that? Like in a context of patriarchal system. You're shaming. You are saying, how dare you suggest we value male life when someone's feelings are hurt? Clearly that is more important. You are using the exact same tactics that an abusive patriarch says to a son who isn't acting macho enough.
Damn.
This is a patriarchal
And we hate to see that. We hate to see dads like being all trying to get their son to be all yeah, it passes down and it passes down. It's generational trauma, you know, like straight up.
With a feminist code of paint. It's women not oppressing, but pulling down in the interest of patriarchy. This happens a lot when men bring up issues that they have. It's not just in really extreme cases. They're being shamed by people who call themselves feminists for being whiny and complaining just as much as they are by real hard men. They are being shamed for exhibiting traditionally feminine traits. We've done a lot of work as a society to reflect.
I mean, if anyone is shaming men for her being like in touch with their feminine side, you don't even know. Men that are in touch with their feminine side are so damn attractive. Like, I've always thought that, like, that's so attractive, you know? Like, if a guy can be in touch with his inner girl boss energy, like, slay. Girls like that, okay? Just write that down, guys. I'm giving you some inside info here. Be in touch with that side of yourself. It's okay to be soft. You know, it's okay to value yourself and to love yourself, and you're worth it, okay? And I'm so sorry that the patriarchy teaches you not to value your life. God. Okay, guys, we're getting on the spaceship, and we're going to a different planet, and we're going to call it Vive's Land. And in Vive's Land, we all are chilling, and everyone's chilling, and there's no we're not doing a patriarchy. You have colored nails. Does that count? Yes. And I love that. You're slaying, GoDaddy. You're slaying, you know? Love to see it.
On and perhaps even address many of the ills patriarchy has done and continues to do to women.
I mean, even long hair on guys. Like his, look here. You know, or like, you know, Burns' hair kind of reminds me of that. Like, you know, that's technically more on the like feminine side of things, you know? Like, I love long hair on guys. Like, I think it's slay. I love short hair on guys. I love no hair on guys. You know, I don't discriminate. I do not discriminate, okay?
There's a lot to unpack and a lot of minds to change. A lot of people just don't want to do that for men now, too. It just seems
specific
like
branch of feminism, not all of it.
Again. And
Lost
I think the reason those ideas of feminism which disregard male feelings and thoughts do not consider things from the male perspective at all have gained so much traction outside of academia precisely because patriarchy teaches us to disregard men's feelings. Their inner worlds and perspectives don't matter. Only their performance of masculinity does. It's just patriarchy.
Yeah, it's so sad, man. When you had long hair, you were getting comments like, are you a girl? Yeah, that's so stupid. And when I had, like, back in the day, I had, like, very, very short hair. And, yeah, like, it's like, are you a boy? It's like, no. I just literally have short hair. That's crazy.
In a dress. Women also contribute to patriarchy as active moral agents. Most women today call themselves feminists because obviously they're still experiencing a lot of patriarchal oppression. But because many of them don't really understand the totality of it beyond their own perspective, they have this revanchist mindset that ultimately leads them to reinforce patriarchal ideas. Ironically, this stems from the idea that women are somehow intuitively insightful into the perspectives of men, which is also patriarchal. It defines the role of women as men's emotional caretakers. It's also not fucking
Can we talk
true.
about that? Can we talk about that? Like having to be men's emotional caretakers. I used to like fall into that trap, man. I did. Never again. Never again. The relationship I'm in now has been and is like so healthy. You know, like I'm not like you shouldn't have to be your partner's parent. You know what I mean? Like I've been in those relationships. No, thank you. Like I'm good. Like, and being an emotional caretaker is so fucking hard, you know, like, and you want to do it because you love them, but like, it's just at the end of the day, like, it's not on you to completely emotionally regulate anybody, okay? Whether it's a parent, family, a partner, whatever, you know, like, it's so exhausting.
A lot of people who call themselves feminists are not interested in dismantling patriarchal hierarchies, or rather, certain patriarchal hierarchies. They just want to give more women the opportunity to become patriarchs. They think this is empowerment because pop feminism has never asked them to conceptualize a world without that hierarchy. And that's the irony, because all this devaluation of male life stuff comes from feminist literature. I got so many more men's issues to hit you with straight from the pens of feminist academics, because they were the ones who figured it out. Feminism is not a monolith. So we have a lot of social issues that need solving, and we don't really care about all of them equally. And the ones that we don't really care about just so happen to be the social issues that disproportionately affect men. Homelessness is a great one. The overwhelming majority of homeless people are men, and it's extremely common, even among ostensibly—
Source? Again, I'm gonna ask for a source. I maybe he put them in like the video thing or something. Like, I'm just curious, like, if, is it, because I'm thinking, like, when I'm out and about, because, like, you know, in Sacramento and stuff, there's a lot of homeless people, okay? And I see a lot of men, but I also see a lot of women. I don't know. And also, what was the other source I wanted to see from him? I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know. I'd just like to see a little source on that. You know, I don't know about that.
progressive people—
Plus, like, I feel like it would depend on the country. Maybe? No?
to shame the homeless as architects
Domestic
of their
violence,
own
that's what it
lot in
was,
life.
yeah.
People who have been crushed by systemic factors only have themselves to blame, because after all, they are men who have failed to prove their worth. We do care about homeless women a little bit, also not as much as we should, of course, but enough that we'll find—
So men really grow up and are, it's kind of beat into their head like that they have to prove their worth somehow, whether it's like in success or in school or in sports. And I feel like, yeah, women don't have that specific pressure on them. It's different kinds of pressure. But homeless, your fault figure, I guess. I mean, I feel like that's just the general vibe we have towards homeless people. Unfortunately, sadly, there's no reason anybody should be homeless. I think I saw a thing here, like in California, like we literally have more empty houses and apartments than we do homeless people. And if humans could really come together for 2 fucking seconds and stop fighting and act like adults, like we could literally figure everything out and everyone could have a roof over their head, everyone could have healthcare, everyone could have food. Are we going to do that? No. Humans have a really hard time, like, setting everything down and stepping back and just like doing what's best for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, it's so stuck on like, well, I worked really hard for this, so you have to work really hard too. And it's like nobody should be having to kill themselves, like working so hard, you know? Like, I'm sorry you had to go through that, but nobody else should, man. Yeah, main issue is not ending up with a dick after you do all that. True.
and set up shelters that keep men out, without being at capacity. Because of course they're dangerous.
Yeah, okay, but there's a reason, my guy, that they have to do that. There is a reason that women and children's shelters have to be separate. Is because, and you can't know the location of them, is because so much of the time these women are hiding from men who are trying to like hurt them, kill them, take their children. You know, like that. That's why there is a separate, different way that, like, you know, it's handled. Literally, like literally, you can't even get the address unless you're in. You know what I mean? Like,
they don't really count as human. The most egregious one, I think, and I'm gonna draw a little bit of flack for some of the things I'm about to say, is homicide. 80% of homicide victims are men. That's just a fact.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. This guy says a lot of stuff. What percent of homicide victims are male? Huh. Okay. 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 That's actually crazy. Home. Okay, that guy was so wrong on this one though. His 68%. What did he say? He said something way higher than that. 30%, 2% is fine. Okay, so I mean it is mostly men. What percent of domestic what percent of domestic abusers are male? Okay. Okay. I don't know. I mean, you have to look at something like this, and but it's sad. But it's sad because there is a reason that males perpetrate 95% of all serious domestic violence. There's a reason for that. And it goes back into what he was saying about how, you know, like being raised, it just being ingrained and having all this yuck in your soul, right? That you can't let out or get out. You don't know how to express things. But like seriously, we gotta get guys into like counseling, and just we gotta figure that out. We gotta figure that out, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta find a way. Surely we can do better than that. Like, come on. Come on. 95% is crazy though. 95% is crazy. Cuties, listen. I'm gonna take a little break real quick, okay? Is that okay? I'm gonna take a little break. Dudes don't report domestic violence. Okay, I bet that could definitely go into. Yeah, there's just so many factors. It's hard to, I mean, like he said at the beginning of the video, it's hard to like lock it down into specific things because it's very like integrated and just there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. I like the conversation of it though. We only made it through 20 minutes of that video. I'm sorry. I was yapping a little bit, guys. I got to yapping a little bit. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do, cuties. I'm going to take a little breaky poo. Okay? And then when I come back, yeah, I need to go. I need to just take a second. Yeah, make some tea, grab some cookies, do whatever you cuties got to do. Okay, I will turn up the music here. I'll get fishing up for you too. What about that? Fishing. We getting real over here on the Views broadcast today. I love our conversations that we have, y'all. I don't know. It's very fun to talk to y'all about life and these kinds of things. I'm very lucky. You guys are the best, okay? You guys are the best. The baddest bitches in this club. Okay, let me get this open too. Hold up. Okay, cuties. I'll be right back. And when we get back, I think we should continue our romance game. What do you think? Should we continue that vampire romance game that we were playing before? Thoughts? Are we in for that? I could use a break from the patriarchy. That is a good video, though, and we will continue to watch it. We'll break it up into pieces. Also, Albie, thank you for recommending it. Albie has very good recommendations. Okay, cuties. I will be back. Okay. I'll leave you guys with the tunes and the goons. Watch your plastic duck. All right, get to fishing. Get to fishing, cuties. I will be right back. Thank you so much for being here. Mwah. BRB. Oh, this song's a banger. Absolute banger. You know? You know. Oops. Oops. Closing the ducks. That's the last fishes. I'm cutting you off. Cutting you off from fishing. Jazzy's at 1768 gold. Holy. What you gonna buy with all that gold, girl? You gonna take us shopping? You gonna take us shopping with all that gold or what? What's up? Sugar mommy. Sugar mommy just dropped. Okay. Let me turn down the music. Oops. 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 I'm a professional. Professional Twimo, by the way. No, it's Twoo. All right. We did polycouple. We did a wheel spin. We did a little smashing the patriarchy. Okay. I'm so glad we have another like long form video we can watch and break down. It's good. Good content. www.twitch.tv/Beeves. And now we do a little gaming. We gotta find out what happens here. I'm gonna. Okay. Hold. I'm opening the game. Soshan! What's up, cutie? Beeves Pog. Oh, Soshan. You flatter me. You flattering me today. You know? Soshan's really out here. And I respect that shit. What is today? Tuesday? Yeah, all day. All day, baby. Okay. Now, we left off. We had spent the night. Or no, we're at this castle with this vampire. We're a bard. We got our loot. I want to sleep with this vampire. He's fine. Okay, we're gonna roll for romance. We're gonna roll for romance on this vampire. Okay? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Do what you will. I'm gonna give him the Nosferatu voice. Sometimes they have the lines spoken, but a lot of times they don't. I don't know. Do what you will. Okay, so we're at the vampire's estate, right? We've got our loot, like the loot, like the instrument, not like loot goblin loot, you know? Okay. I was reluctant to believe it when he gave me free roam of the estate, but he's since made no move to impede me. I was allowed to wander wherever I pleased. I discovered little of note, just more books and continued absence of dust. Nothing more suspicious than the errant scrap of paper from my first night. Despite my best efforts to distrust him, the vampire only appears to feed me some disgusting fish and claim his song. What? He stays long enough to make wry commentary sometimes and small talk other times, but in physical proximity, he's given me a wide berth. So we're like, we've been here. We're staying here. He wants us to play the song, but then he's done. Why can't we? Why is it black? Wasn't there supposed to be pictures? Is this a picture book or what? He's polite enough, I suppose, and utterly uninterested in causing me harm. That was enough to move me from a cobblestone bed to a cushioned one. Oh, we upgraded the bed. The days soon blend together like the colors of a sunset. Other than my fading bruises and brief performances, there's little to mark the passage of time. The monotony of our routine sways my feelings of weariness into restless puzzling. Questions swarm my mind like locusts, and my aimless wandering doesn't yield enough fruit to feed them. I'd like to state my burning curiosity by interviewing my vampire, but I'm not sure how to approach him when he vanishes after my song's final notes. Besides, I still have every reason to sleep with the fire iron wedged under the door handle. True. Every so often, I'm startled awake by blood-curdling screams. Oh! There we are. There I am. Sheesh! Respectfully. I'm hot. I'm hot. Okay. Slay. Respectfully. Slay. I've ventured out of my room more than once. Fire iron in one hand and my dagger in the other. She's so cool. I tracked the noise up the many flights of stairs, worried I would stumble upon the vampire feasting on an unlucky traveler who washed up the river. We support emotional support fire, and that's right. Carmen Sandiego is hot. True. Very true, Soshan. Then I would stand at the foot of his coffin for a time, waiting to hear signs of a struggle, waiting to see pools of blood oozing across the floor. But I was always met with an eerie, unmoving silence. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, 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 guys. Dot, dot, dot. Okay. I went back to sleep, Bedge, with my bed pushed against the door each time, determined to keep out whoever or whatever was making these horrible sounds. Although I'm sure I would have run into them by now if anyone else was living in the estate, one can never be too careful. Still, as harrowing as those noises have been, sleeping in an actual bed is incredible. I'm starting to feel pampered. Oh, we're getting a little daymares. Daymares. we're starting to feel pampered here. Like maybe I'm okay with being with this vampire on his massive estate, okay? The food still leaves much to be desired. That's too bad. Did he say he's making Italian and then just make a pizza? That's fucked up. I already saw that today. I can't. But I have pillows, blankets, and the softest pelt carpet on my floor. A creepy estate is indubitably better than camping with stinky, surly guardsmen and sleeping on the ground. Real. It's a hassle to shove my bed to and from the door, but I think it's a small price to pay. Brisk, invigorating air fills my lungs as I step into the courtyard. A shiver scuttles across my spine as I settle into the dewy grass. I position my songwriting journal in my lap, having recently freed it from my clothes with some careful incisions. I always get lost in thought when I turn its pages. The act of deciding on a song makes my heart swell with calm content. Wow, she's really a musician. I respect that. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't change our category here. I didn't put us in the ballads at midnight category. How rude. How rude of me. There we go. Okay. We are now in the correct category. Fret not. Fret not. Oh, I got my lute out. I'm whipping that thing out. After choosing one of my older pieces, a spirited medley I wrote when I was younger, I wrapped my lute over my shoulder and began to practice. My performances occurred in crowded areas before I came here. I had to compete with the clamor of moving people, from passersby to raucous drunks. Anyone else play The Ballad of Gay Tony? I've never heard of that. That's a game? I'd play it. Maybe. I don't know. Here in the grass, I find myself not needing to fight for coin or attention. I can focus on my music, and nature itself is my ensemble. I mean, girl, sounds pretty good to me. Sounds pretty good to me. I sing softly, timing my rhythm with the shifting trees and the gurgle of the moat. Life. Life. I like to imagine my notes, quiet though they are, carrying far into the forest, reverberating down the mountains. Oh, it's a GTA 4 DLC? Oh, shit. Slay. Oh, he's here. He's here. He's here. Performing without an audience. My pulse quickens. Startled by the sudden voice, my fingers slip. The next drum is discordantly off key. He's here, Jazzy. He's here. I squint skywards, trying to make out shapes in the darkness. Reclined across a brick parapet overhead, the vampire stares down at me with his usual flat expression. I slam my journal shut and hide it behind my back. Don't spy on me, bro. You! Did you mean to sneak up on me? You'll have to try harder than that if you want to catch me off guard. Ah! He's here. He's here. He's here. Be cool. How's my hair? Am I good? Are we good? Okay. It's in an easy, soundless motion, the vampire drops to the ground like a falling feather. He's so cool. He saunters towards me, eyes glimmering like diamonds in the dark. It's not copium! It's not copium. I can assure you that if I were to try harder at such a thing, you would not wish to be the recipient of my attention. Oh, I mean, you don't know me. And I'll have you know that I was here first. Ah, then I suppose I've disturbed you. I didn't mind. His reply was faster and more decisive than I anticipated. My heart hammers harder against my ribs. What is this? Fear? Am I really afraid of a speedy retort? Ridiculous. In a vain attempt to hide weakness, I hover my hand over my chest. Gonna go back to lurking, getting ready for ... explain in Discord later? Ooh. Soshan, you're so cool. You pop off, King. We stand, okay? We stand. No, I suppose you wouldn't mind a free ballad. Shouldn't you be hibernating in the rafters this time of night? I don't normally perform for another hour or two. Not tonight. He gestures to the night. Oh, look at that moon, guys. This is so romantic right now. He gestures to the night sky. The moon above us looks swollen, rounder, and larger, oh, hey yo, than I ever remember seeing it. Even so, is a mere full moon really so impressive? I part my lips to express my thoughts when a warm shadow inches across the moon's surface, spreading from its left side like a cocoon around a caterpillar. Whoa. A red moon? Soon the moon is glowing red as a sunset, a glowing, rosy marble anchored in the night sky. That's so cool. I'm a big fan of the moon. Blood moon, let's go. A blood moon? A total lunar eclipse is the technical term, though you may call it what you like. It only occurs 3 times a year. The people of Alluvia insist that a blood moon is a bad omen, and seeing one during my travels was a foreboding sight. Yet, the vampire watches the moon with such earnest intensity, I fear his admiration for it is contagious, as it should be. Look how cool it is. It's literally a red moon, girl. It's beautiful. Look at that. ... Everybody just ... Like, stare. Have a moment. You know? Like, that moon looks so nice. Me and who? Me and y'all. Me and y'all and the blood moon. What does it mean for you? Are you more powerful while it lasts? The vampire barks out a small, surprised laugh. Huh! And his eyes cut away from stargazing to glance at me. No, not at all. I simply... He folds his arms behind his back. I enjoy the view. The parapet... Don't give me eyes. Don't give me eyes. Albie, don't give me eyes. The parapet is the best spot to observe the heavenly bodies in the sky. The ground is a close second. The vampire tilts his head, watching me with an expression I've never seen him wear before. Confused guilt. What is it? My hand twitches, ready to seize the dagger at my belt. What's going on? What's going on? ... God damn it. So many ... I have been referring to you as a bard and mortal all this time. I don't believe I ever even asked for your name. Wow, he never even asked for my name? That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Ah. I rest my hand over my lute, relaxing somewhat. You're right. We yelled at each other in the hall and never even introduced ourselves. You can call me... Oh! Why is the name Abigail? Yeah. Yeah, call me Veeves, baby. Oh! He says this too. Oh! Veeves. Yes, it suits you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, King. Yeah, thanks. Does it? Oh, look, our name is Veeves now. It's Veeves. He smiles at me enigmatically. You can call me Lucius. Hot name. That's hot. It's a hot name. Hot vampire name. W. Lucius. His name weighs on my tongue like a stone. I never imagined myself learning it. With how often he's alluded to his immortality, it slipped my mind that he must have been a human man once. True. It's a humbling thought. I wonder how old he is. Moreover, this is the longest amount of time we've spent without the distraction of music or bartering. He's even feeling affable enough to learn my name. I should try asking him my questions. I may not get a better chance than this. Lucius, if I ask you some questions, will you insist on making it a barter? The vampire doesn't respond for a while. It depends on the question. We're on first name basis now, guys. First name basis, huge. I suppose that's fair. How about this? You don't have to answer a question if you don't want to. I can move on to the next one, and we'll talk for as long as you're willing to entertain me. Ah, now I am the one entertaining you. And at the generous cost of nothing? What an amusing turn of events. I'm surprised you're so eager to talk to me. I believe you said something about the maddening silence of eternity. I've begun to understand what you meant. I see. Ask your questions then, Vives. He said my name. Vives! Ask your questions then, Vives. I will not ask for you to trade your possessions, but I may like to quell my own curiosity in exchange. He agreed. I wet my lips with anticipation. Oh. There's sometimes this noise. It sounds like screaming. That doesn't sound much like a question. Like a... I'll rephrase. What is the source of the noise will not hurt you. It is now your turn to answer my question. He didn't answer my question. He didn't even let me... The haste with which Lucius changes the topic is unexpected, but not altogether unwelcome. He did sate my curiosity to a degree. How? No, he didn't. He didn't tell us shit. Hello? Tell me something. As a bard, what do you know of the stars? That's such a random question. That's such a random question, my guy. A simple question that leads to a comprehensive answer. Wise play, vampire. I observe the pinpricks of light above us, winking in and out of the mauve cover of night. I don't remember the last time I relaxed enough to admire them. Before my arrival here, looking at the stars meant I wasn't looking over my shoulder. I needed to watch my own back, keep myself safe and alive. Though I sang of beauty and adventure, it seemed pointless to actually indulge in such things. I was far more focused on where I would lay my head or earn my next coin. Damn. Yeah, he said don't worry about it. What the fuck? How strange to be able to indulge in stargazing now with a vampire standing nearby. Hey girl, let me tell you something. There's worse things, okay? I traced different patterns in the sky, moving with practiced ease between each dot. The horned serpent always points north. Even as its body shifts, its tail will tell you where you've been and where you must go. Ah yes, the horned serpent. Anything else? It's harder to navigate using the others, but I know a few stories. This box-shaped cluster is the treasure trove of the goddess Melandrinal. Supposedly it contains every possession humans have lost throughout their lives, and I draw my fingers between the 7 brightest stars in the sky. That's the first king's crown. The stories say he bequeathed it to the heavens, an offering to the gods to keep his bloodline on the throne. It's actually funny, Illuvia hasn't had a king in centuries, and it most certainly isn't his bloodline anymore. It seems the gods played a nasty trick on him, Lucius chuckles. It's such a low and abrupt sound that I lose my train of thought. They may have indeed. Vives, I may yet know a story that you do not know. Shall I share it with you? Yes. Tell me a story. I arch my eyebrow. I'm not good at art. Can you guys arch your eyebrows? I'm so bad at that. I'm not good with like eyebrow flirting. Like I can't like, I can't. Who says I don't know the story? You're being unfair, vampire, making me play guessing games. Lucius, right. You're being unfair, Lucius. Tell me this then, Vives. Do you know the story of when the stars first appeared? Whoa. I hit him with the ... Oh shit. There's a story behind that? Aside from the idea that each one was placed in the sky by the gods, I suppose I don't know this one after all. Lay it on me. I knew it. Oh, don't gloat. Are you going to share the story with me or not? He lets out another low chuckle before he deigns to continue. I suppose no one knows for certain how the stars were created, but one of my guests shared with me a tale from his homeland. Unlike the self-serving stories Illuvia dictates to its children, His kingdom believes that humans were not always a fixture in our realm. He believed that once, a very long time ago, the world existed in an endless night, a quiet, pitch-black quilt of eternity, unbroken by castle spires and bonfire smoke. When humans began roaming the earth, they would hold their newborns up to see the divine darkness, the stars above them, dotting the skies in this peacefully lonely world, were believed to befriend these infants and provide protection. The stars were there when we first arrived, and they will persist long after we are gone. True. That is what he believed. Thus, watching the night sky is when we are closest to glimpsing what it is like at the beginning of the world and what it will be at its end. Wow. He's so deep. He's so deep. Damn. Okay. Okay. I want to go look at the stars now. Oh gosh, did your guest earn his freedom with this story? I would have given it to him, yes. His cryptic phrasing gives me pause, and Lucius falls quiet. His gaze remains transfixed on the sky. It is just people raising babies up to the sky. You're not wrong, Albie. Look, child, the sky. Meanwhile, I'm having trouble tearing my eyes from him and from the melancholic air he wears like a heavy cloak. I don't know how I ever could have missed it before, because I think that sadness has always been there. ... The more time I spend here, the harder it becomes to see him as the monster. Stockholm Syndrome! I'm getting Stockholm Syndrome. That's okay. I'll allow it. This guy's got an estate. He's a vampire. He's hot. I'm chilling. There's worse fates, you know? Perhaps that's what makes him dangerous. Or perhaps... Ooh, rubbing my arm. I shiver again, rubbing my arms as a breeze whisks through my hair and clothes. Yeah, must become emotional caretaker. I can fix him. I can fix him. I can fix him. Lucius turns promptly away from the sky, clicking his tongue at me. Like that. If you are cold, hide inside. Oh, and Jordan! Thank you, cutie. I know you. How are you, King? Happy Tuesday. Yo. Daps you up. We're romancing the vampire. Don't worry about it. It will be challenging to play a lute with icicles for fingers. Yeah. No, I'd like to stay out here a little longer. Monsters aren't supposed to watch the sky and tell you stories about where the stars came from. But he didn't really tell you where the stars came from, girl. Like, he just told you about what people used to do. Monsters aren't supposed to spare your life and cook disgusting fish for you. The wrongness of my perception of him is eating away at me. I need to ask him my next question. Were you human once, Lucius? How? It doesn't take him long to pick up where I trail off. How did I turn into this? No, He holds up his hand to stop me. He's not bothered by the exact phrasing of the question. Oh my god, thank you, enjoying. I'm trying to roll a nat 20 here for romance. I was once human, Vives, and in many ways I still am. You're well aware of the standard method of vampiric infection, I'm sure. Be bitten by one, mix their blood with your own. Then there's usually some manner of death or near-death experience. But then voila, you are a ravenous immortal of the night. But I suspect you're also aware that I was not created in the same way others have been. I'm quite alive rather than undead, and I have no sire or coven to compel my allegiance. I was not aware of all that, but from his subtext, I gather that the blood-curdling screams aren't coming from another vampire. Good to know. What if the blood-curdling screams we're hearing at night is him? Is he having his little daymares? You know? Additionally, as I hope you've noticed, I have not lost my mortality to bloodlust. It was your most likable trait during our wayward first meeting. Dude. He catches himself as if he didn't mean to agree with me before he shakes it off. Just as humans have notable differences, not all vampires are the same. But the people of Alluvia are keenly familiar with the ferocity of vampire spawn, who routinely raid their homes and eat their children. Oh my god. I do not blame Alluvians for believing the worst of me by proxy, though I do find an occasional amusement in the things they say. Tell me, Vives, what tales are the good people spinning about me these days? Or better yet, have you any theories of your own? Theories of my own? I don't think so. I've heard bits and pieces of vampire lore, but I've never felt the need to speculate. I've never even seen a vampire before I met Lucius. There's all sorts of legends about you, but some were more akin to tall tales. People refer to you as a sort of ominous presence or a natural disaster. As for how you were created, as you say, one of the guardsmen who captured me, he believed you stole from the gods. Did I? I'm impressed with myself. How did I manage such a feat? They say you broke into the church's wine cellar and drank your fill. As punishment, the gods cursed you with a voracious appetite for the blood of your own people. Damn. I've said before that I'm not a thief, but overindulging in wine does sound like something I do. I've always had a fondness for reds. Are we gonna we're gonna start drinking some wine or what? Any other thoughts? I don't know. What? You're what happens when a man mates with a bat. Or you dealt with demons. Hold on, let me veto. I think I'm gonna say you dealt with demons. I don't need to say that. The first one's rude. Like, the first one's just straight up rude. No? I'll go with the second one. They're both kind of rude. You dealt with demons, bro. Ah, yes, demons. Affable creatures, I hear. Very keen on bartering from the very moment you meet them. Unlike someone I know. Hey. And strangely, like someone else we both know, it's well known that demons offer immortality in exchange for a steep price. Imagine you wake up after a night of wine drinking and discover God's cursed you for partying too hard. Damn. I mean, it's kind of legendary, but at the same time, like, damn. Damn. Get cursed, I guess. I wonder what you traded, Lucius, if you truly did deal with demons. Probably his soul, right? He smirks at me and elects not to respond. You tricked me into another guessing game, you know. Are you going to tell me the truth, or will you keep goading me to recite absurd theories? His white fangs gleam when he smiles. Oh, reflected in the starlight? Flirt? Why, if I revealed all my secrets now, I fear there would be no riveting banter left to pass the time. We wish to stay the hand of maddening silence for as long as we can, do we not? Fine, we do. Maybe I can ask you about simpler things. I retrieved the small charcoal scrap I found on my first night of exploring, holding it up for him to see. I found this under some curtains. What can you tell me about it? ... Is that... Lucius Mord's... Oh! He moved towards me and halts mid-step. His hands linger in the air between us, as if the scrap is a loaf of bread and he hasn't had a meal in weeks. The intensity of his reaction compels me to stand and turn. After a moment of hesitation, I gently set it into his palm. Lucius practically cradles the scrap, his fingers passing reverently over the smudged charcoal. I just thought I was being helpful by tidying up a spot you missed. I was going to tease you about it. You actually recognize it? I do. His demeanor has completely changed, almost to an unrecognizable degree. His stooped shoulders don't resemble the rigid, dry-humored vampire I've come to know. Uh-oh. Then again, I hadn't taken the time to know him until tonight. He breathes out with shuddering difficulty, as if his lips have gone dry, but slowly he begins to speak again. I ripped it to shreds one night. I was so angry back then. A relatable king. Relatable king, I used to be very angry too. The night I arrived? No, this was a very long time ago. This was a portrait of someone I once knew. Oh! Yo! Crexos! Crexos! What's up, cutie? 14 months? Holy. Hold on. You know what that means? You know what that means, cuties? You know what that means. Okay? Crexos, you get to spin that fucking wheel. Okay? You get to spin that wheel, Crexos. Appreciate you, King. When you're ready, one in the chat. And I will spin the wheel. One in the chat, Crexos. No rush. I'm gonna sip on my spin that shit one. Oh shit, it's going, it's going, it's going. Oh, I compliment you. Oh, Crexos. What can I say about Crexos? All right, speech. What can we say about Crexos? Crexos is extremely helpful, very kind, very patient. Okay, very patient. I know he does the memeing. But you know what? He is incredibly, Crexos, you just have a good heart. I know you're all into like, I'm gonna nuke everything. I get that, King. But you are secretly a super nice person. Okay? And we stand. We stand Crexos. All right? Our meme lord. Maker of burn come memes. There it is. And thank you. Thank you for the resub. Appreciate you, King. Okay? No, it's true. No, it's true. I hope work was good today and that you're having a good day. All right? I gotta romance this guy, though. Okay? I shake my head when he starts to hand the scrap back to me. You don't need to give it back, Lucius. It was yours to begin with. Unless you ripped the drawing because you hate the person depicted. Do you not want it anymore? It's probably a past lover, right? Lucius avoids my eyes, though he tucks the scrap carefully in his pocket. A pointed question. Humans really do prefer black and white thinking, don't they? Yeah, they really do. He's referring to me by my mortality again, rather than my name. It's complicated then. A sore subject? Yes. His snappy tone makes me flinch, but I hold my ground and refuse to let it show. Because how can hatred persist in a vacuum of eternity? Once anger has finished ransacking what remains of your soul, all that's left is exhaustion? Lucius narrows his eyes at me. How would you know such a thing? I gave him an innocent little shrug. I'm not ready to change the topic to myself because I find myself genuinely wanting to know more about him. Lucius regards me for a while longer, tapping his finger against his collarbone before he relents with a sigh. Ayo. I see no reason to keep this secret from you. The portrait depicts the reigning monarch who exiled me here over 300 years ago. Her Majesty Hildegard Edgehaven. Edgehaven? Hey, yo. That's a last name. Also, guys, wake up real quick. Jingle, jingle. Wake up real quick. Hey, if Burn goes live and you guys happen to notice it, can you let me know? Jingle, jingle. Okay? Jingle, jingle. If Burn goes live, could you guys let me know? That'd be cool. Only, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you, Jazzy. Love of my life. Okay. Oh! I had suspected we'd both been punished by members of the royal family, but to have it confirmed. Oh yeah, we're gonna raid him so hard. Get absolutely send us all there. You know what I'm saying? My mind races and I bite my lip. I don't want to upset him any further with a poorly timed question. Let me just walk around your emotions. Walking on eggshells. Carrying on asking, Carry on asking whatever you like, Vive. Within reason, I will indulge your curiosity. Take your shirt off. Sorry. Who said that? Guys, you can't just ask people to take their shirts off. My questions burst from me like water from a long-suffering dam. Hey, how did you come upon such a portrait? I hear it's illegal to depict the faces of the royal family in common artwork. Just having one in your possession, it's an open act of rebellion, isn't it? Oh, he's a rebel? Oh, we stand a rebel boy. No, it's true. His lips lift on one side, taking on a smug edge. I'm well aware. What further punishment do you think the current crown can bestow upon me if they find out? Perhaps they will banish me to a different estate? Or perhaps they'll stop sending me guests, hoping in vain that I'll dry up like a prune from lack of blood and attention. To answer your question, I described her face to an artist from memory. So you've seen her, you knew her from before? What did you do to Queen Hildegard? Did you break into her wine cellar? Or were you her former lover? She exiled you and she caught you in bed with another. Disgusting. No, Lucius would never. Okay. We were never thus involved. Besides, I prefer to take one partner at a time. Juggling two seems taxing at best. Oh, buddy. I'll show you the way. I'll show you the way. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Lucius? What's up, Lucius? And her, too, Beefs. I date me and him. Damn. I'll date them. You know what I'm saying? Flirt. But based on your logic, on what you said when you met me, you must have committed a crime so deeply, grievously, utterly heinous to have been sent here. Am I wrong? ... Classic Lucius moment. ... It has been a long time since I last felt like I was sitting in a confessional booth. I don't miss the glint of amusement that dances across his otherwise unflappable features. What of you? I did ask you first, and you said. And all this time I have been dying to know what unforgivable crimes you committed. Oh, I've made a vampire feel like he's dying. Quite a feat on my part. Oh! Achoo! You really must get indoors. Come, I'll walk with you. You'll not be beset by distant screams while I am at your side. Yeah, 'cause it's you screaming. I'm on to you, buddy. You got nightmares. I'll hit you with the ... Yeah, all right, let's go inside. Let's go inside. How about a hint then? A hint about... What, you're still thinking about it? You are insatiable. Yeah, I am. So what's up? You know, I'm a little bit insatiable. It's, you know, no big deal. It's just who I am. It's one of my most charming personality traits, actually. Come on, let's trade hints about why we're here, what crimes we committed. Will you go first? I'll go first. He seems satisfied with that, though he also decides to occupy his hands with a cleaning cloth. I watch him clean every surface he touches like a whirlwind of sanitation, and he cleans? Okay, that's hot. That's hot. Hey, we stand a man who helps out around the estate, okay? Love to see it. Love to see it. You know what I'm saying? He tends to settle into one of the various lounge chairs during our nightly performances, but without the backdrop of my music, I notice he seldom likes to hold still. Well, I'm waiting on your hint. I haven't come up with one yet. I glanced down at my lute and songwriting journal, trying to remember what it was like when I first held them in my hands. I remember how jealous the other girls were when our overseers chose to train me as an entertainer. It was a coveted position, and I was so proud. I remember the crushing disillusionment when I realized they would never allow me to play or speak freely. The strict, inflexible lessons were where they rapped my knuckles with a cane for the slightest mistake. Damn. My art. They're trying to crush my art. Ain't no way. Fucking rude. I remember how I swore that day I'd say and do whatever the hell I wanted. Damn the consequences. Oh shit, girl. Yes. Love that. Love that for you, queen. You know? You already know that I have a dogged penchant of speaking my mind, Lucius. I grew up in a stifled home where this attitude was deeply discouraged. Once I broke free of them, I didn't want to hold myself back. I was drawn to everything I couldn't do while I was growing up. I wanted to see the world, and I did. There are times I've been relentless, unreasonable, and careless, all in the name of acting freely. It's gotten me into trouble more than once. Being sent here is the latest in a long line of consequences I've brought upon myself. Want me to play you Wonderwall, bro? I'll play you Wonderwall right now so good, you'll love it. I see. You grew up among people who wanted to break your spirit and punished you when you did not bend. Damn. Kind of relatable, Queen. The stifled home you described sounds a lot like an Alluvian one. You'd have much in common with the children here. More than you know. I bite the inside of my cheek, taking a moment to weigh my options. As far as I can tell, he has been honest with me. Should I not be honest with him in turn? Lucius, I'm from here. I'm from Alluvia. What? So you do know all of Alluvia's beliefs and customs, yet the way you act and carry yourself in spite of them, I do what I want. It seems we are both rather insolent, you and I. Yeah, we are. Though they should have given you credit for turning out as entertaining as you did. Oh, thank you. I don't act this way to spite them, not intentionally. I ran away at a young age and haven't returned in years. I suppose I've shed what little Alluvian manners I had. But if you left to see the world, why in heaven did you come back? ... Don't you now owe me a hint? A hint. He echoes me, folding his arms in front of his chest. He finally ceased cleaning, or perhaps ran out of things to clean, and has settled into his usual velvet chaise. A hint about what I did to end up here. Lucius aims his face at the ceiling, as if he could see the stars through it if he stared hard enough. I don't think I did anything wrong, Beef. You don't? After I made myself vulnerable, told him where I'm from, and the detailed shortcomings of my personality, the nerve? Oh, hell no! What does that even mean? You don't think you did anything wrong. How does that qualify as a hint? That doesn't... I falter as I notice that Lucius isn't arguing with me or even looking my way. Will you play me the song you were practicing outside, Vives? I fear we do not have all the time in the world. I will be forced to return to my coffin before too long. Forced, you say as if you can't sleep in a bed with the curtains drawn shut. I would if I could. I dearly miss sleeping in the bed. Wait, you actually can't sleep in a bed? Why not? Questions, questions. Despite his griping, Lucius does not leave me in suspense. Vampires are prone to compulsions. I told... Universally, they cannot enter one's home without an invitation, and they cannot set foot across running water. I hear some vampires are even compelled to count spilled seed and grain. I've heard that. You know, if you drop rice, vampires have to, like, stop and count it. I've heard that before. Or to count the holes in a fishing net. I have an additional compulsion. A curse, courtesy of Her Majesty Hildegard Edgehaven. Edgehaven. When she had me exiled, she also used sorcery to bind me to a coffin. I cannot stray far from it lest my insides twist upon themselves, strangling me from within. Oh God. I told you this guy is up screaming. That's the screaming we're hearing at night, I promise. The first night I resisted the coffin's call and slept in a separate chamber. I awoke vomiting blood. Naturally, this is far from ideal. I need to retain all the blood I have. Oh my God, same. You ask me if I hated the subject in the portrait. While it's true that my anger has faded into exhaustion, I do still find her abominable. She knew how I despise tight spaces. Oh, that's fucked up. Oh God, Lucius, that's terrible. Terrible enough for us to move on to your nightly performance? Yeah, of course. Forgive me. I clear my throat, brushing my fingers over my neck. What are you doing now? Is that is that where you'd like me to bite you? Oh my gosh, so sad. I like it's yeah. Yeah. I mean that's fine. Just like, you know, just go for it, man. I consent. It's all good. Be cool. I yanked my hand away from my neck as if I touched a hot pan. Lucius! My neck, my back, my I jest. Oh. Here's JK, guys. Here's JK. Damn it. If I were to bite you there, you would die from blood loss. Oh, he cares! Oh my god! Guys, he cares if we die from blood loss. We're so in. So, I would bite you if you ask it of me. Are you so certain that you're not interested in eternal life? Oh my god, I just said, this is happening really fast. I don't know. Maybe. Probably, yeah. You keep talking like a man who no longer wants to hear a song. Doesn't want his portable radio to die. Oh no! Lucius raises his hands in surrender, though I catch sight of his shoulders, still quaking with amusement. Nice shoulders. Nice shoulders, you know? I respect a good shoulder. Oh. Chapter 5. Rhythm and Rain. The heavens are generous with rain this year. Within a fortnight of my stay, black clouds had begun blotting out the moon. A few days later, we were neck-deep in Alluvia's rainfall season. At first I was nervous that the moat would overflow and flood the estate, but the weather was wickedly fickle. The rain frequently stopped and began anew like a broken music box. Wow. Nonetheless, the ground outside was perpetually muddy. I spent a lot of time indoors. I was reluctant to soil the only boots I owned, and Lucius gave me hell whenever I left dirty footprints in the halls. Get them dirty footprints, girl. Tonight, a thick fog hangs like a curtain outside. The windows shake and rattle, straining against the storm. Because I'm disinclined to set foot in violently dreary weather, I decide it's an optimal opportunity to write some new songs. I was surprised to find a number of brushes, parchment, and writing quills stowed away in a cupboard, and even more surprised to find an inkwell that hadn't dried out. Oh, he got us things so we could write. A thoughtful king. I recall how the vampire told me he housed an artist once, and tried to picture whether said artist could have single-handedly smuggled in all these materials. He must have been much sneakier than me, or had a lot more pockets. If I were him, I would have prioritized smuggling in some food and weapons instead of art supplies, but I should be grateful to him in any case. I had made myself a bowl of soup. Ooh, soup. Boiled turnip and mushroom. Ew! So I could write without being interrupted by hunger. Lucius' disgusting fish can only tide me over for so long. While I never had much interest in cooking and often survived on trail rations in the past, I do know how to feed myself in a pinch. Although my soup is only palpable due to some dried herbs I scrounged from the near-empty pantry. There may be unforeseen perks to living in a vampire's castle, but gourmet meals are certainly not one of them. Yeah, but girl, all the other perks are so, like, slay, you know? Like, as long as you get your calories, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Thankfully, I've never had much interest in the finer things base. While my soup cools, I start a small fire to keep myself warm. On the whole, my impromptu little workspace is comfortable. I've always wanted a writing nook, and this may be the closest I'll ever get to having one. That sounds so cozy. Got the fire, you got your loot, you got some nice hot soup. You know, it's raining outside, it's foggy. We just get all cozy. Hell yeah, that's the vibe. Oh no, unfortunately, I tap the nib. Is the end of a quill called a nib? I tap the nib of my quill against the writing desk, glaring at the blank, loose-leaf piece of parchment. Yeah, a whole-ass mansion in the forest by the river. That's the dream. With the hot soup. Call me a perfectionist, but I refuse to transcribe a song into my journal until I'm certain it's amazing. Besides, I found it's more freeing to write when I don't care for the paper I'm using. I scratched the word out before my quill completes the arc of the E. I have everything I need to write, don't I? But now that I'm sitting down to do it, my head feels as foggy as the weather outside. Oh no, writer's block. Writer's block! Damn. No good. Maybe I'm being too hard on myself. Let's try this again. There once was an old farmer who... Nah. The weight of each word feels hack-eyed and rotten, like old apples. I feel like I'm choking on them. Hard VPN? Oh no. I flipped the parchment over, feeling miserable with contempt. Stupid blank page. Before long, I find myself leafing backward through my journal. It doesn't contain much of my original work, honestly. To survive as a traveling bard, I've had to memorize and rewrite songs that were already popular, already known. Original work, I quickly learned, was not often well received in an unruly tavern. I've been booed, had tomatoes thrown at me, and I've even gotten into brawls because someone wanted to hear a song I didn't know how to play. So I had to learn. I had to adapt. I had to make it work. At times, I've even stolen promising lyrics. Whoa! Oh no, that's bad karma, girl. Don't do that. Don't steal from artists. I hated doing it, but I did it anyway. Damn. Damn. This girl's done some things. And all for what? Freedom, coin, glory, gods. With so much time to think, I can't help wondering if the life I've led has been one worth living. The vampire was right about the maddening silence. ... It must be well past midnight. Lucius should be here any minute now. I realized then that while thoughts of his arrival used to fill me with dread, I've recently looked forward to seeing him. We've been surprising each other with how easily the conversations came, how we were willing to talk. I often find myself trying to stay awake to finish a thought, only to be shooed to bed the moment he catches me yawning. As much as it pains me, I just can't get the hang of the night cycles. I've tried, because being in his company is far more preferable than being stuck on my own. Gotta fuck up your sleep schedule, get on the opposite. This leaves me cherishing the few hours we have together each night. Oh yes, yes. Without even realizing it, I'd flipped through every page of my songs. My hand pauses on the inside cover of my journal. I gaze absent-mindedly at the strange runic symbol on the first page, some sort of bejeweled pendant encircled by a knotted half-wreath of thorns, which has somehow resisted fading, no matter how often I've touched it over the years. Oh, damn. Not the runes. Not the runes, man. Brushing over the bold red ink, I'm wondering if I'm imagining the faintly sharp prickle across the pads of my fingers. Below the symbol, written in a hurried, clumsy scrawl, are the words, "Keep safe, O." I once felt at ease from such simple words. Looking at them now only tightens the knot in the pit of my gut. Maybe this is a sign that I just need to move on to bigger and better things, that I've been too rooted in the past. I shut the journal. My chair squeals against the floor as I stand up, resting my palms on either side of this blasted book. I could toss it into the fireplace if I wanted to, here and now. I could break the final chains linking me to my past. Keep safe. Those were her instructions to me. Try as I might, I can't defy them. I gather the journal into my arms, cradling it against my chest. For a moment, I can still feel that blossom of warmth from the words. Keep safe. I'm gonna go find Lucius. The silence is truly maddening. Daddy, where are you at? I gather my things, striding into the hall. Ah! He's here! He's here! How's my hair? He's here. He's here. He's here. Be cool, be cool, be cool. Only to collide unwillingly into the vampire lurking outside. Oops! He catches me by the forearms. Oh no, I fell. Oh no. Oh no, I fell. Oh, did you catch me? Catch me by the forearms, taking a step back to keep us balanced. Although my journal and supplies tumble to the floor. Oh no! Flirt. Lucius? Vives. Lucius releases me once he's sure I'm steady, and immediately bends to pick up the mess. No, don't! I seize the journal and hold it away from him. He eyes me with some measure of confusion, but shrugs and picks up the loose parchment instead. I see you found some old supplies. I'm glad they're getting some use, though I really thought the ink would have dried out by now. What have you written so far? There once was an old man and a farm. Don't read it! It's not done! Hey! Snatch the documents from him. I won't have you making fun of my first drafts. What are you doing out here? I didn't wish to disturb you. You looked like you were trying to focus. In vain, perhaps. There wasn't much to disturb. But you were trying to be considerate, so thank you. Lucius nods, dismissive but polite. He doesn't like to acknowledge gratitude. For you to rush out of the chamber like a bite from a cave. Why? Rushing to seek inspiration elsewhere? I mean, I could use a little inspiration, maybe. No. I can't just admit that I wanted to talk to him until I forget my grievances. Isn't it time for our nightly ballad? He watches me through narrowed eyes, but favors me with a small smile. You need not hurry for such a thing. If you wish to write tonight, you may write. Come. Wait, what? Lucius all but pulls me back into the chamber, coaxing me to be seated once again at the writing desk. I scowl at him, drawing my knees to my chest. Lucius, you don't... Heels off the furniture. Yes, Daddy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Heels off the furniture, guys. I scowl at him harder, but lower my legs to flatten my heels on the floor. I wanted to write, but I couldn't think of anything. You also never finished your soup. It's gone cold. No, my soup! He looks pointedly at my bowl. You're a terribly slow eater, aren't you? I may yet expire before you finish it. I'm not a slow eater, I'm a distracted eater. Why, do you want my soup? Here. I push it towards him. He gently pushes it back. No, thank you. My taste buds aren't quite what they used to be. A mortal's meal may as well be a mouthful of dust. That explains your cooking. Got him. Fucking got him. Fucking got him. It does explain that. It does explain that. No, it's true. Lucius arches a brow at me. Forgive me, that was uncalled for. Have I done something to annoy you? No, not at all. I don't think I want to write anymore. And I don't want any more of this soup. Ah, I was presumptuous then. I wouldn't go that far. Look, can we just talk for a while? That was what I wanted. I don't want to talk. I mean, fine, we'll talk. He extends his arm, gesturing for me to take the opposite seat next to him. I relocate gratefully away from the writing desk, slumping onto the cushioned bench. You have something on your mind? Yes, no, yes, but I don't want to talk about it. I understand. What would you like to discuss instead? Lucius leans forward with his elbows propped on his knees. With the candid way he's staring at me, I almost feel like I can tell him anything. But I'd rather not talk about myself. Not yet. What do you eat? I mean, you sustain yourself with blood. But if you only get a guest every couple of years, and even then, sometimes you let them go or don't feed on them at all? I can make do with that animal blood. Fish mostly, as the moat is rich with them. I'll see he's chill. He doesn't even kill people like that, you know? Oh, that really explains his cooking. Fucking got him. There's another thing I've been wondering. If you can't cross the water, how do you get the fish? By using tools like any civilized mammal. Oh. So like a fishing rod, you fish? Sometimes I use a net. Sometimes I use a spear and some rope. I have a very strong throwing arm. Yeah, you do. Let's see it. Let's see it. Pop that shirt off. Let's see it. What? That's crazy, Beefs. Chill. Against my better judgment, I observe his shoulders and upper arms. Ooh, searching for any hints of muscle underneath his sleeves. I'm looking. For that matter, I'm surprised you haven't asked yourself how I intend to ensure your freedom when I myself cannot cross the water. Yeah, the game knows what's up. No, it's true. Because I haven't thought about what I'll do when I leave. The thought feels like an anchor in my chest, a heavy reminder of the future. I don't want to leave, man. I'm good here. Thanks. I don't need to leave. It's all good. It is all good. I presumed you'd tell me when it was time. Of course. I can also tell you early. I will simply throw you across the moat like a javelin. What? You would not! He practically cackles as I recoil from him. Wow, man. Wow. I wouldn't. There is another way I will show you in due time. Oh, then good. Throw me, daddy. Throw me around. Hey, yo. Yeah, you can pay people to do that. Surely. We lapse into a hollow silence as my mind wanders back to my troubles until the vampire starts making a tutting sound at me. He studies my face with intent, and I realize too late that my pleasantly neutral facade has at some point fallen into a frown. You are in low spirits tonight. Is the weather bringing you down? How else can I help? Oh, just fucking, never mind. I suppose I could try telling you a joke, but I only know the one. And no, I shouldn't. I will refrain. It's quite filthy. Say it. That piques my interest. I don't mind dirty jokes. I've spent a lot of time in taverns, I'm almost certain I've heard them all. No, Beeves. You don't understand. This is not meant for polite company. Man, you can't just say you have a great dirty joke and then just not say it. We don't need to be polite company all the time, do we? We can be like a little impolite. It is not a little impolite. It is unforgivably dirty. Ooh. Please, Lucius. Very well. You can't say I didn't warn you. It's not too late to change your mind. Lucius, you're killing me. Do you want me to beg? I don't think I can go on without hearing it. His laugh is a low rumble in his chest, and he still makes me wait several seconds before he finally delivers his dirty joke. A white horse falls waist deep in mud. That's the dirtiest joke you know? Oh! Because the horse gets dirty. Bro. You're so pretty, guy. You're so pretty. He's so pretty. Maybe just don't tell jokes. Maybe just don't tell jokes. I don't know if that's your, He tricked me. He played me for a fool. Now he got me. I'm laughing. He got me. How dare you? It's not even funny. You're the worst. My laughter ripples into a snort, and I know it's futile to try to contain it. Lucius smiles at me all the while, incorrigibly satisfied. Gods, I hate this vampire. Oh, yeah, no. I had a similar reaction when I first heard the joke. It pleases me to do it some justice. You burst out laughing? I don't remember my exact reaction. It was a long time ago. Well, do you remember who taught you that joke? A former guest, Gillian. Lucia's face softened, and my laughter stops like a clogged drain. There's that sadness again. He didn't try to barter with that joke, did he? Oh, gods, can you imagine? No, this was before I began bartering with people. A darker time. Were your dark times lifted with a joke about a white horse? Lucius smiles at me wryly. Would you like me to tell you about him? Is he a bi-king? I'm getting bi-king vibes. And you know what? Love that. I'm surprised at myself when the words spill from my mouth. Not if it troubles you. I mean, if you wish to tell me, I will listen. Lucius hesitates, tapping on his collarbone until he musters the initiative to speak. When I was first exiled to this estate 300 years ago, there truly was no escape. I frequently fought with the desperate men and women who were sent here. They feared me, even when I showed them kindness and reason, and made a point to attack me when I least expected it. My spine stiffens. That frightened, desperate outlook sounds grimly similar to my own back when I first arrived. You had no choice but to defend yourself. I did try other methods in hopes of coexisting, of earning their trust. But yes, they tended to turn on me regardless. It often resulted in a fight to the death, their death, at my hands. I could never resist untying them. I felt a certain kinship for them, I suppose, before it was inevitably dashed. It was never difficult to overpower them. They were mere humans, and I was an immortal being. I was becoming more powerful with age. Until one day when I was careless, I had subdued an intruder and left her at... Why am I going French? I don't know why I'm going French with it. Left her at the brink of death. Unbeknownst to me, her conditions were ripe for her to turn. Oh? As a vampire spawn, she was vicious. Her anger overpowered any compulsion I had over her, and she managed to run me through in the same moment I ripped out her throat. Oh God. Lucius' hand covers over his chest, where his wound must have been. I was alive, but I was pinned down, paralyzed in place. I was lucky to have fallen in the shadows near my coffin. The vampire spawn was not so lucky. She was well and truly dead, and so she began to decompose, though those claws remained embedded in my chest as a parting gift. Her claws remained embedded in his chest? Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Hold on 1 second, guys. Looking. Okay. Is that new? Pineapple roll and burn cord cracking me up. Pineapples on pizza and such. They're having a whole debacle over there. You know what I'm saying? Let me just get a sip of my drink here. Please hold. He does have a scar on his chest. They made, yeah, the yellow's a little bit yellow. Yep. I didn't vote in that. I could do pizza with pineapple. I could do pizza without pineapple. I don't care. I like pepperoni pizza with pineapple on it sometimes. But like, I pick the pineapple off and then I take bites of it between the pizza. I don't actually like leave it on the pizza. I'll do whatever though. Hey guys, I'm making Italian. Makes you a pizza, you know? Okay, where were we? He killed the lady that he made into a vampire sad. I was perpetually awake, but I could not move. I must have laid there for nearly 2 years. Lucius, I'm so sorry. You run into a lot of strife when you become as old as I have. It's not unusual. Yeah, but it must have been harrowing. Mostly I was just bored. He's being aloof, but his hand is massaging his chest right above his heart. I assume he doesn't want to show weakness. Gillian was the one who found me there. He gave me a wide berth at first, approached only to use the vampire spawn's claws to cut his bones before jumping away. Comical, really. Freaking Stream Elements, you're so late with it. You're so late with it, Stream Elements. Get it together, girl. What are you doing? What are you doing, girl? Comical, really. But then I was practically a host. I could sense him, but I could not move and could not speak. I would sense him coming and going each night, wandering the estate, much like you've been doing. After some time, he returned to my side and tugged the claws out of my chest. He what? I knew the story must have been leading there, but it was still a bit of a shock. Why on earth would someone release a petrified vampire? Oh, must have been incredibly kind or incredibly stupid. Kind of a little bit of both. I mean, we'll go with kindness, right? You know, trying to find a little kindness in you. He must have been kind. I suppose he felt some kinship for you. You were both trapped. He certainly was kind. Much too kind, I think. Lucius chuckles quietly. He was the one who drew that portrait, that scrap you found. We burned wood together to make charcoal, and he made all kinds of artwork during his stay. I destroyed much of his work when I lost him. Oh, they were lovers for sure. And I regret allowing my emotions to get in the way of reason. A bi king. We love a bi king. Sorry about your artist BF, but hey, what's up? It just wasn't fair, the way he convinced me to have compassion for others. The way his gentle nature allowed us to gather a motley little group. It was not fair, the way he... Damn. This little group of guests I had, they're the ones who figured out the way to escape this blasted state. I encouraged Gillian to go with them, but he wanted to stay behind. He wanted to stay with me. Which meant, of course, that my very next guest was a cruel one. I awoke to the intruder rifling through my things while Gillian bled out in the courtyard. Oh no! Boyfriend, no! Death is a fate. By king, yeah. Death is a fate our mortals share. I know it all too well, but it shouldn't have been his time. As I let the story sink in, my next words are quietly careful. Did you kill his murderer? Ruthlessly. But it gave me no satisfaction. Gillian was gone. I was alone again, and I had no one else to blame. Damn. You were in love with him, weren't you? You become more direct with each passing day, Vive. Yes, I loved him. I'm no stranger to the company of men, women, and anyone in between! Confirmed! Confirmed! Bye, King. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Actually confirmed. Hey, hot. Can I watch? Respectfully. Can I watch? Respectfully. I'll sit in the cuck chair. Hello? So many years have passed. I still remember him fondly. He was a good man. It was some time after that when I began bartering with my guests. Immediately offering them freedom made them cagey. They suspected me of foul play or being up to something. It was as if they needed to pay a price for their freedom. It helped them feel at ease, in control. It helped them make sense of. I remember the scuffle we had when I first arrived, the way he disarmed me but otherwise kept his distance, the way he prowled around and said those menacing things. You had to play the part people expected of you. It is exhausting, but they fear me more if I don't. And of course, bartering does not come from a place of pure altruism. It gives me something to look forward to, alleviates my apprehension of what the next guest will have in store. When one finds himself acting as the Queen's personal executioner, the odds are high that some of the people she sends will be dangerous. So, occasionally, I will receive someone kind enough to offer a listening ear. Like Gillian, like you. Oh, I'll listen, King. I'm pretty good listener. Don't worry. I blink at him. Plink, 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 plink. Gillian was kind, but he was a notoriously bad listener. He would have interrupted me 10 times just then, usually with some absurd tangent about how he thought snails were effervescent. What I mean to say is, thank you for listening to my sad old tale about a lost love. Oh, you're good, King. I've never told it to anyone before. Aww. Can I ask you one more question? Of course. Anything. Something about that last word made my stomach flutter. No, I must be hungry. I grab my deserted bowl and sip out the cold soup. If Gillian was such a good man, what did he do to get sent here? What was his crime? Lucius outright grins at the question. He edges closer? As if he wishes to rope me into a conspiracy? Stop. Supposedly, he painted an unflattering portrait of a nobleman's daughter. What, that's it? Yes, and Gillian couldn't help it. He was both an architect and prestigious painter, lauded for his accuracy and attention to detail. To willfully make a girl more beautiful than she ever was, well, it would have been a lie, and it would have tarnished his good name. The doctor's betrothed took one look at the portrait and cancelled their arrangement, leaving the nobleman high and dry with an unwed daughter. Oops. The nobleman needed someone to take the fall and convince the crown to send Gillian here. But it wasn't Gillian's fault that the man had an ugly daughter. That's crazy. My giggles are punctuated only by the sound of the crackling fire. I had anticipated that Lucius would make me laugh more than once, let alone show such vulnerability tonight. And it's so odd. It sounds like the artist was punished for revealing the truth, even if it wasn't entirely his intent to do so. In a way, I suppose I swivel up my loot, in my lap, and I gaze down at it. It's awash in glowing firelight. I think I'm ready to tell you what I did, Lucius. He straightens, immediately at attention. Really? Yes. You kept me waiting for so long. I didn't expect... Hold on just a moment, I need a drink. Shall I fetch you a glass as well? I think it would be nice to keep my throat from going dry, yes. What do you have on the menu? Wine? Oh! You have wine? Where? Since when? Bust that shit out, King. I mean, sure, like, if you don't mind sharing. Hell yeah. Lucius shoots me a mysterious winning grin before he stalks off into the halls. Where does he hide these things? Every so often, Lucius will present me with some new object or tool from God's nowhere. Just earlier this week, he fetched me a ladder to climb the ledge when I complained about running out of bathing water. Once I climbed up, he made me promise not to attempt the perilous journey of swimming across the moat, and then handed me a bucket and to take all the water I needed. Yeah. That's what heroes do. And that's what heroes do. I could swear I've walked through every hall and peeked in every room. Not once had I ever seen any ladders or buckets until he materialized them into existence. Maybe he knows creation spells? Conjuring magic? A vampire who knows magic. That'll be the day. That's hot. Lucius returns, and I muse over the idea, presenting me with my promised glass. Deep red wine splashes gently within, glistening like black opal in the room's low light. Whoa. Well, guys, I'm gonna say it. We're gonna have to find out next time. We are gonna find out next time what Vives did to get put away in this castle. She's gonna tell them. They're gonna... What? I'm just trying to unlock the romance. I'm just trying to get there. We're gonna get there. Honestly, the story's not bad. The story's not bad. Oh, I can't even do it right. Yo. Yeah, I'm kind of, hold on. This isn't the, let me find the song. Guys, I was so nice to stream today. You guys don't even know. You guys don't even know how nice it was to be live and just hang out and do some reacts and like do whatever. Like, so nice. Thank you guys so much freaking for just being here and being you. Appreciate it. Story not bad, but the overly flowery prose is kind of fine now. It is a little goofy. Hey, we learned a couple words though, right? I think last time we did it. Every sentence is fancy words. No you, Jazzy. Oh my god, no you. Okay, so wait, Burns, I don't know what Burns doing. let me check. I don't think we're raiding Burn because he's not alive. But I am doomed for the day. Who is live? Who's live out there? Who's live and alive out there? Let me take a look see here. Oh, so many people are live. Here. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll send you guys to Manicotti. Okay? We stand Manicotti, right? I'm gonna send you guys over there. Hey. Love you guys. Okay. Thank you so much for hanging. Join the Discord. That is where I post what I'm doing and what is up. You know what I'm saying? That is where you can find out what's going on with me when I'm live, which is not very often because I got shit going on. I know. Doesn't want the views raised. That's okay. I get it. That's okay. I get it. I get it, you know? All right, cuties. I adore you. Here's the copy pasta. It can't be pista. Like this. We'll just do views raised. Okay, cuties.